ups and downs with his career. He's in a great spot. And I told him, I think this team that he's with just feels like it's home for him. And you can see it on the racetrack. Running up front has got a great shot for a championship.
I think maturing off the racetrack helps you mature on the racetrack a lot of times. And that was a great piece that Christian kind of...
What is up, motherfuckers and party people? How is everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a great fucking day. Today we have the Milwaukee Mile. The return of the Milwaukee Mile. The Nascar Truck Series, the Craftsman Truck Series, has not raced here since 2009, and I think the Xfinity Series, it's also been that long too. I think, when was the last time the Xfinity Series raced here? What's up, Andy? Did the Xfinity Series race here in 2010? Or...
he could potentially get a win out there in Wisconsin. Our race picks and more are coming your way after this. Stay with us right here on FS1.
Yeah, so the NASCAR National Touring Series has not raced at the Milwaukee Mile since 2009. So this is the first race at Milwaukee since 2009. The ARCA Series has raced here. I think the IndyCar Series has also raced here since then, but...
Yeah. And if you didn't bundle your home and auto insurance, well, this could be tough to tackle. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem.
We're back at the Milwaukee Mile, and there will be live pit stops today. Usually the non-companion races will have the non-competitive pit stops, but they actually do have live pit stops today because the Cup race was last night.
But a down payment and closing costs, those are big checks.
Good thing I have big news. Come on. With Rocket Homes and finance with Rocket Mortgage. You get up to $10,000 cash toward closing for Rocket Mortgage. Yeah, and one you can get only with Rocket. Isn't that a good deal? That's a good deal, right? Visit onlywithrocket.com to get started today.
The Ryan Priest flip was insane. Reminds me of Newman, yeah. I was so scared after last night. Like, I literally thought he was dead. I mean, you guys heard me on stream. I said he's dead. I was confident that he was dead. And I'm so happy that he's not. I'm so happy that I was wrong. He walked out of the car, did get on the stretcher, which kind of concerned me. He went to the hospital and was released this morning. He seems fine, so that's good. There's no reports of Stuart Haas looking for a replacement driver for next week. Obviously, he'll have to do some follow-ups, but so far, everything's as good as it can be.
Michelin keeps innovating so the world can move in better ways.
That was just like probably the... I think Ryan Newman's crash in 2020 was still probably the scariest crash I've ever seen. But yeah, this is pretty close.
Oh, this is my turn! Because now you can get pizza dropped to a location near you with new Domino's Pinpoint Delivery. Just drop a pin on the Domino's app and get 2 medium, 2-topping pizzas for $6.99 each, delivered just about anywhere.
I had Subway for lunch. That was good.
It's Domino's Pinpoint Delivery.
Get one man change everything. I'm gonna give you that. Build something out of nothing.
Is that top Mike Snyder's? Yeah. What about the Edwards one at Dega? See, even then, it's like I wasn't watching that one live. I think that was a little bit before my time, but even that, it's like you feel pretty confident that he's going to be all right. Like, it's scary, but.
This week, America's only daily NASCAR show, the playoffs have finally arrived. We recap the regular season finale at the World Center of Racing with a Daytona-sized version of Winners Weekend. Plus, hear which driver celebrated and whose heart was broken. In
The green flag is at 4:11, so just about 20 minutes here.
Welcome back into race day. Carson Hocevar is one of the hopefuls for the win today. He finished top 5 in 7 of the last 9 races. He starts third. What about Ty Majeski? We've been talking about him a lot. He was the winner last time out, hoping to get a win in his home state of Wisconsin. Time now for our race picks. Who we believe will be victorious out at Milwaukee.
It's crazy, all these Daytona flips, like Dillon's in 2015, Newman's in 2020, and Priest's last night there. They're so bad. I mean, so scary.
Majeski, man, he's going from last to first.
Last to first. That is a bold prediction, but I do like that. Okay, so
I was surprised when they didn't red flag the race. I was like, you should probably stop the race.
Win of his career and punch that ticket to the next round.
These are all good picks. I'm liking this. All right, my turn. I'm going to the driver we heard from earlier in the show, and that would be Corey Heim. You said he seemed very calm and collected. I think he's already been a multi-winner this year. I think he gets a win today and moves his spot over to the next round. So we're getting closer and closer to racing.
How many flips did you count? Enough.
Enough.
That's all I know. All right, pre-race ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, can you please rise and you are able, gentlemen, remove your hat as we welcome MRO Chaplain Billy Malden to deliver our invocation.
Heavenly Father, as we rise up to recognize your presence in our lives, Lord, we thank you for such a beautiful day and the opportunity to go racing. We ask you to be with these drivers, teams, officials. Lord, as always, keep everybody safe. Bless the fans with a great day of racing, great memories. Father, as always, we remember the men and women of our armed forces and first responders everywhere. Be with them and be with their families and keep them safe. Father, may your peace and your presence be with us all. It's in your holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem from Milwaukee, the St. Joseph Font Basilica Choir. Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad strides and the bright stars of perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red candles bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave. For the land, for the land, for the land of the free, and the hope of the
That was a good singing. Thought it was weird how they said "or the land" 3 times.
Number 2. It's sure to be exciting, guys. We can't wait for it. For Todd, David, and myself, that does it for us here on race day. It's time to go racing out the Milwaukee Mile and check in with the voices in the booths. And for that, we say hello to our friend, Adam Alexander.
Thank you, Caitlin. For the first time since 2009, we're racing on the Milwaukee Mile. So nice to be back at the Wisconsin State Fair Park. This afternoon, it's the Clean Harbors 175, race 2 of the playoffs for the Craftsman Truck Series.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Hello, old friend. The second race of the opening round sees a showdown on a track rich with NASCAR.
What's the worst flip you've seen? Probably Ryan Newman's in 2020.
There's an air of postseason.
And then I think probably after that would be, I don't really know, honestly, after that. Probably like Rusty Wallace's. Or like one of those like back in like the 90s, like, you know, Bobby Allison's crash at Pocono. That was pretty bad.
The Craftsman Truck Series starts now on FS1.
One race down, 6 to go. Chasing that trophy in the Craftsman Truck Series. Great day in Wisconsin. Blue skies, plenty of sunshine, high of 70 degrees, and the crowd is outstanding as well. Welcome in, everybody, with Michael Waltrip, Phil Parsons. I'm Adam Alexander. So good to have you with us on this Sunday afternoon. It's race 2 in the playoffs. The guy that won race number 1, Ty Majeski, I said he's got to be the favorite here today, but facing some challenges for that.
Yeah, he certainly is. He certainly was the favorite coming in here. I think everybody had him circled.
Yeah, that is one of the worst crashes I've ever seen last night.
Richmond, he dominated. Miscue on pit road cost him the win, but he went to IRP, put that behind him. The numbers he put up at IRP were unbelievable. You could see him in yellow. That's because he's locked into the round of 8, no matter what. But how about 179 laps led? His average running position, 1.1. He never got farther back than second. But he is going to have some issues here. But even though he's going to have to start from the back, he's going to have to make a pass-through penalty. That truck is good enough from practice yesterday that I'm not sure that we can count him out. But no matter what happens, the fact that he's in yellow right there means he's in the round of 8 no matter what.
And I will say this, if he's as good today as he's been the last couple of races, he's going to put on a great show for us. Michael, let's talk about this track. Haven't been here in quite a while. So much history and tradition at the Milwaukee Mile.
Adam, you said it. We hadn't been here since 2009, but this place opened in 1903. Can you imagine that? We've been racing here ever since. You can see the oldest continuously operated motor speedway in the world. That is amazing. 16 truck races here. First truck race was 5,181 days ago. It's been a while.
That's a long time.
Yeah, and I raced here for the first time in 1984, so I've got some experience on this track. But the track to me is more interesting this year than ever. There's new pavement, new patching around the bottom. And as a veteran, I'm thinking, go down there on that. Every time they get down there on that, they get loose and they get sideways. This place is so racy. We're going to see 2 and 3 wide on a flat racetrack, speeds up to 150 miles an hour. It's going to be an action-packed afternoon, Adam.
So much to talk about this afternoon. Now we hear from our pit reporters, Amanda Busick, Josh Sims. We start things off with Amanda. Hey, Amanda.
Hey, Adam. In response to the news that GMS Racing is suspending operations next season, Grant Enfinger said that he's happy that the news has been announced and now there are absolutely no questions of what next season will look like. He said there's also no questions on his intent of winning this championship. You saw him 6th on that playoff leaderboard. He said him and this team are focused more than ever. Well, they showed that on display, taking the pole here today with a 29.7-second lap around the Milwaukee Mile. He'll lead this Craftsman Truck Series to the green, Josh.
Well, Nick Sanchez called yesterday's practice session one of the best he's had all season long. He said it's the most comfortable he's felt, understanding what his truck needed and relaying that back to the team. Well, it showed as he was the second fastest in practice, went out and qualified on the front row. Now it's about transferring that over to the race. Nick is dealing with that pressure, being on the bubble, just 2 points to the good. He said the easiest way to alleviate that pressure, that's to go out and get a win, guys.
Qualify up front. You put yourself in position for stage points.
Is that the worst flip of 2023? Oh, definitely.
It's a great day.
Though Blaine Perkins' flip was pretty crazy.
Let's go trackside and get the command of fire engines.
On behalf of Clean Harbors and the return of NASCAR to the Milwaukee Mile to deliver the most famous words in racing, Grand Marshal of today's Clean Harbors 175, 5-time Olympic gold medal speed skating champion, Bonnie Blair.
Okay, let's try that again. Here we go, Milwaukee. Drivers, start your engines.
There we go.
Woo!
Engines are fired.
We mentioned the history of the Milwaukee Mile. So many great sports venues in Wisconsin. Check it out. We got Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And that's not the only one. Camp Randall Stadium in Madison, Wisconsin, home of the Badgers. American Family Field in Milwaukee for the Brewers. Road America. And of course, we're playing golf at Whistling Straits. We're racing next on FS1.
For over 40 years, we've been cleaning up after.
Who do I got winning today?
Keeping business.
And that's a good question. I got Hocevar winning.
We've recycled more oil than anyone in North America. There's no secret to our extraordinary success. We just hire extraordinary people. At Clean Harbors, we know protecting our planet isn't something you do overnight. It's something you have to work at every day.
Pizza lovers know Marco's is the real deal. Real fresh dough, real signature sauce, 3 real cheeses topped with real meats. Now, get another real deal. Unlimited medium one-topping pizzas for $6.99 each. Marco's. Pizza lovers, get it. With Armor All stain-repelling technology, it's easy to everyday proof your car. No matter how tough the job is. Armor All technology. Less work, more clean.
For 75 years, you've seen everything in our sport. But you know what you haven't seen? Me. I mean, why would you? See, today, I'm just a fan. Like you. But tomorrow, well, you'll see.
Oh, I've got such a bad case of the ground.
I know what you mean.
Snyder's or Priest's? What flip was worse? I'd probably say Priest's. My Snyder's was pretty bad though.
And pay later with no payments until 2024, or get up to 20% off your new bathroom.
I'm glad we went with Luxury Bath by C. Michael. There's never any trial and error with those guys.
Chevy trucks and sport utilities in stock and ready to roll at Burdick Chevrolet at Drivers Village.
Save over $8,000 off the MSRP on a new 23 Chevy Silverado 1500 LT 4x4, or choose 1.9 for 36 financing during the Chevy Summer Drive.
Things are heating up. Hot deals on Hot Wheels. That's why now's the time to buy. Find new roads at Burdick Chevrolet at Drivers Village. Shop BurdickGM.com.
Just about go time at the Milwaukee Mile. It's playoff race number 2 for the Craftsman Truck Series. If you win today and you're in the playoff field, that means you're moving on to the round of 8. We told the story of Ty Majeski, so many other good storylines when it comes to our playoff drivers. Our Clean Harbors 175 starting lineup is in bottom of your screen. Grant Enfinger on the pole for the 6th time in his career, and now we take a look at our track description.
You look bored?
of today's race.
I'm not bored.
Yeah, located just down the road.
Just waiting for the race to
Sheboygan,
start.
Wisconsin. Got the Milwaukee Mile, a mile in length. You can see those corners, how flat they are. These drivers are really challenged with getting these trucks to the bottom of the racetrack. See the new pavement down low? That is not beneficial. They'll be sliding way up high. I think you're going to see 2 and 3 wide racing. As I mentioned in the open, this track opened in 1903. That makes me laugh.
You weren't there.
You and Benny were, or no?
Benny ran there, yeah.
So we've had a look at the Craftsman track description. Now our race analysis film.
This race, 175 laps, 175 miles. You see the stage 1, 55, stage 2, 55. Our final stage is 65. Pit window somewhere between 75 and 80 laps. The key is here, though, they have 5 sets of tires for this race. The crew chief said there's so many sets of tires now they're confused on when to put them on. I think they save a set at least for that last stage, and when they use the other set, who knows?
And I think we could see guys put on tires like with 10 to go if they've got that extra set. And remember, Tom Majeski is down 1 tire, so he only has 4.75 sets of tires.
I like that math. Let's see if we can talk to Tom Majeski. Hey, Tom Majeski, Phil Parsons, Michael Walter, Adam Alexander in the Fox booth. You got a copy?
Check this out. Yellow line to yellow line, full on here. I know you know that, but yellow line, February check this out.
Hey, Tom Majeski, Phil Parsons in the Fox booth. You got a copy?
I've had a hard time connecting to the drivers.
Concentrating on his getting his pit road speed. May not be able to hear us. Let's let him go and concentrate on getting that pit road speed.
We mentioned the challenges that he faces today, and here you are interrupting the pre-race routine for him.
I know. I felt bad about it.
We're selfish. We want to get everything we can for our viewers at home. Get them to know what's going on inside the helmet of those racers.
Let's go back down to pit road. Josh has a report for us.
Yeah, let's talk about a homecoming for Derek Krause, who's making his second truck start of the season, his first in the 7 truck, a Wisconsin native, a former regular in the series, looking to prove he deserves a full-time ride again. Now, he says the truck is going to need a little bit of work if it's going to contend.
How many times is the Gen 7 flipped now? 2? It's been 3, but 3.5. Yeah. We saw Ross Chastain. Well, we saw Harrison Burton's flip. Then we saw like Ross Chastain's like almost flip at the All-Star race. And then Chris Buescher's flip. And then Ryan Preece's flip.
Celebrating on victory lane. He told me that he loves these back-to-back races as he's already in a racing mindset. But what I love, he's the only person, Adam, in Milwaukee that can see that checkered flag 2 times today.
Looking for a sweep, qualified in the 12th position, 5th start of the year, and 3 of his first 4 resulting in top 10 finishes. We know the young driver is very talented and capable of getting it done. We check out our onboard.
Every year in the Cup Series since 2013, there's been a flip. Who flipped in 2013?
Tom Majeski on board, working that wheel in. He's going to roll off from the
Oh yeah,
position.
Kurt
No,
Busch.
he's not. He's going to drop to the rear.
2014, Kyle Busch at Daytona.
In pre-race inspection, so,
2015, Austin Dillon.
Yeah, we're going to ride along. This is
2016. Who flipped in 2016?
Daniel Dye, best ever career starting position for Daniel Dye. Knocking on the door.
I don't remember who flipped in
Top
2016.
10. He's had good success here in the ARCA Series. 2 top 5 finishes. Could be today for that top 10 for Daniel.
3 rookies qualify inside the top 5. You mentioned the career best qualifying effort for Daniel Dye. Same for Taylor Gray, outside of row 2, and that 17 for Tricon. And we've touched on.
Yeah, I don't remember who flipped in 2016.
Front row start of the year. He's one of our playoff contenders.
Oh yeah, Chris Buescher, Kevin Harvick,
See, the lights are off on our
Matt
truck.
Kenseth.
These guys are Haley Deegan, the lady.
2017.
Everybody's fired up about being back in
It was
Milwaukee.
AJ Allmendinger. 2018, I don't remember. Who flipped in 2018?
Will take the green flag from the back, and then the next lap he will come in to do a pass-through penalty.
And he hopes that's the end of his penalties. But NASCAR will look at what they did to that right rear wheel and see if there's more penalties to come. We'll be updating that throughout the week.
Enfinger, first pole of the year, takes the outside lane to start this race instead of going inside. Sanchez to his left. 107.
Oh yeah, McMurray in 2018. That was only during practice. Green flag.
Great start for Grant.
Able to parlay that outside starting position to grab that lead.
And keep your eye on the 17 truck of Taylor Gray. Yesterday in the long run, he had the fastest truck. Oh, a little bit of a bump there.
That white truck is Christian Eckes for 19. He's another truck that was really good on average during that practice yesterday. How about battle for the lead?
Sanchez trying to take control in that inside lane. Side by side off of turn 2. Left of your screen, Ty Majeski serving that pass-through penalty. And keep an eye on him as he exits pit road, and where does he fit in? Does he go a lap down, and if so, how far back in the pack will he be?
I think he's going to stay on the lead lap, guys.
I think so, too.
He's coming off turn 2 now, and the lead pack just getting to the start-finish line. Hugely beneficial for Ty Majeski.
I really felt like he's going to need an early caution to get the free pass, to get back on the lead lap. The fact that he stays on the lead lap and he's got this kind of an advantage over the leaders puts him in a pretty good position here.
And now we'll just watch his lap times, Adam, and we'll break down what kind of shot he has at winning this race. You can see there, clear track ahead of him, just like our battle for the lead. They have an open track ahead of them. So we'll take a look at these lap times to let you know how fast that number 98 is.
I'll say this, he'd still take that early caution. It would help him a lot, even though he doesn't need it to get the free pass here.
Yeah, the guys told me it took about 17 and a half seconds to roll down pit road, so they're lapping this track at around 31 seconds, so he did a very economical job getting to pit road, down pit road, and off pit road.
You see Majeski in the pylon. He'll be highlighted in green. That's because he won IRP, the playoff opener. He's already advanced to the round of 8. The other 9 drivers you see highlighted in gold, they're playoff contenders, and their outcome here today will go a long way in deciding where they fit into the equation when we hit that elimination race 2 weeks from now at Kansas Speedway. Down to Amanda.
Adam, I talked to Ty Majeski about that drive-through prior to the race, and he thought that he might rejoin the track amongst the leaders, so he's going to be happy to see all that clean air ahead of him. And as you said, he is locked into this next round in 8, and that's why he said, you know, I'm not really worried. I'm happy that if this had to happen, it was going to be right here at this race, the second race of the playoff. He is locked in, guys.
But we talked so much about what he did in the regular season finale at Richmond. Dominates, gets a speeding penalty, put back in the pack. He drove straight through the field, Michael. So this is a team that understands overcoming a problem, and he did that at the end of stage 2. By starting behind the 8 ball this early, it gives them a huge opportunity and plenty of time to get back in this race.
Yeah, fast truck, though. 3rd fastest truck that lap on the racetrack. He's been consistently in the top 5 each lap since he's been back on the racetrack.
And he knows this track. He raced here earlier this year.
He won.
I know, and he's got so much experience here, understands it. That means, to me, a really good long-run truck because he knows what he's looking for. A lot of these guys have never raced here before. Some of them are only 6 years old last time we raced here. So the trucks are really interesting to see who's able to figure out what kind of setup it's going to take to be successful.
And that nice battle for the lead to start out, but Sanchez has fallen in line behind Infinger, 0.7 of a second behind. Gray continues in 3rd. That's Taylor Gray, the rookie, and then 3 playoff drivers behind him, Ekas Hocevar and Corey Hine.
The only playoff driver we have. Ooh, great battle here. There's Daniel Dye, Bailey Curry, the 41, Daniel in the 43, Matt Crafton, our playoff driver, coming to the inside of Daniel. Matt DiBenedetto had to go to the back of the pack for unapproved adjustments, so he's back on the 25th spot. He's our only playoff driver outside the top 20.
What's that on the back of the 41 truck? Bailey Curry.
So I forgot to mention the stages for today are.
No, there's damage there. That's the rear
I'd say we'll see a little more of that.
Stage 1 ends lap 55. Stage 2 ends. It's also a 55 lap stage. That'll end lap 110. Oh wait.
Worldwide Express on that number 41 truck. Such a great partner to the NASCAR world. Sponsoring Carson Host.
That don't make sense. Bob's math doesn't make sense.
What a fun night it was.
Race 175 laps. Oh yeah, 65. All right. The final 65 laps is the final stage.
Here it's the Grant Enfinger show, leading 10 laps in.
When you drive a Ram, summer is more than a season.
Maybe NASCAR should make it so the roof hatch doesn't come down. That was dangerous. That was dangerous.
To stop looking for fun and be the one who brings it. And to make every day even more inviting than the last.
Moment.
This, the summer, you drive America's best light-duty pickup.
During the Ram Make This the Summer event, get 4,000 retail consumer cash allowance on most 2023 Ram 1500 trucks.
Start your day with all the support you need in Skechers Arch Fit sandals.
Caution.
Skechers teamed up with podiatrists using over 20 years of data to create a sandal that provides foot and arch support for all-day comfort.
I don't know why the caution's out.
Certified arch support for men and women.
It's a privilege to be able to have land and manage it and work it. The land will teach you many lessons. Nature will teach you many lessons. But the biggest lesson is starting something and finishing it.
You think Kyle wins a championship? I have no fucking clue who wins the championship. I have to make like a playoffs prediction video this week, and I have no fucking clue.
That's my team out there.
If our network goes down, lives are at stake.
Our comms have to work.
Well, the mission won't.
That's why we partner with Verizon Frontline, the network that truly prioritizes first responders.
So we don't worry about getting through. And they're the most reliable 5G network in America. Out here, reliability is everything.
Extreme or routine, Verizon Frontline delivers.
The #1 network choice in public safety.
No one knows why the caution came out.
It's your Verizon. Back in my day, we didn't have all these types of fancy chicken.
Pretty sure you have buffalo wings and fried chicken.
Well, we didn't have garlic parm or sweet bourbon barbecue.
And he had to walk uphill both ways.
And it snowed every time.
Yeah, right, Grandpa. You're from Miami.
Chase and Bowman are not in. Are you surprised? I mean, if you had told me before this year that Bowman and Elliott would miss the playoffs, yes, I'd be very surprised. But, you know, with all that's happened, not really. I mean,
your personal moving and storage team.
The Bush guy, bold and smooth.
the chances were against him that he'd win.
Stop.
Leaves of 3, leave them be. Cans of 6. Take your pick.
And head for the mountains of food.
13 laps in. It's the Clean Harbors 175 for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series live at the Milwaukee Mile. First caution of the afternoon. And unfortunately, it's for a Wisconsin-born driver, not this one. Ty Majeski making a pit stop.
Minor adjustment there on the 98 truck was last anyway, and it's just a good way to get ahead of whatever adjustments he thinks he might need.
What I heard on the radio,
The Dodgers win.
they were wanted the truck a little more tight, so they took
Red Sox lose. That sucks.
There he goes.
So why did the caution come out?
Adjustment, Phil. Just get ahead of this truck.
Now let's get to the other Wisconsin driver who brought out our first caution of the afternoon, Josh Bilicki.
Josh had something go down on the right front, whether it was what caused the wreck or after he hit the wall, but the team has been working on it.
Yeah, it was definitely flat. It's down now. It's flat.
Oh, yeah.
Going in the corner.
Hit the wall.
Tough break for that Tyler Young team. Insurance King on board for Josh Bilicki. Was it like 30 miles away or something Josh is from?
Yeah.
Certainly that area.
That almost looked like the tire maybe rubbed a tie rod or part of the suspension and just went flat that soon in the race, and right into the outside wall he went.
Yeah, there it is right there. Obviously, seen better days.
Good road racer is Josh Bilicki. And we talk about the fact that he's from here in Wisconsin. His first ever NASCAR start in the Xfinity Series at Road America over in Elkhart Lake. Looked at the entry list, saw one of the teams didn't have a driver, made some phone calls, said, I'll drive your car for you. And that is how he got his first opportunity and made his NASCAR debut. And now he's raced in all 3 series, Cup, Xfinity, and of course right here in the Craftsman Truck Series.
That's got to be disappointing. Home game, you get your buddies to come out and watch you race a little bit and only run 10 laps, and it's all done into the outside wall.
You know, when you look at the history of this racetrack for the trucks, the drivers that have won here, really a who's who of success, mainly in the
They're not
Craftsman
doing the
Truck
twos
Series.
right now,
But
so.
Kurt Busch won here in 2000. Yes, he
I will be right
the
back.
Trucks, but he's been great across the board. Let's go back and look at his win here 23 years ago.
Yeah, 11 of our 15 races were won by champions. Kurt was not one of those because he was not a Truck Series champion. He finished second points his rookie year. Look how young Kurt was back in 2000. I guess we're all younger back in 2000, but what an amazing career that Kurt Busch has had.
Yeah, it's just a great driver. He's one of those guys that no matter where he went, he made the team he went to drive for better. That's what he'll always be known for, his passion, his heart. The wins, obviously, across all 3 top series. And the 2017 Daytona 500 champion, NASCAR champion, a legend is Kurt Busch. And he's still in the garage area with his Monster Energy hat on and his drink, just trying to help 2311, help anybody he can get better. That's what he's all about.
He won with every organization he drove for, right?
Announced his retirement yesterday, and I would say that probably is what's most impressive. I mean, the numbers are incredible, and Mike, you laid them out there. But the reality is he did it with so many different teams. It didn't matter what organization he was competing for. As you said, he made them better and took them to victory lane. And in some cases, won championships.
What's the worst next-gen crash you've seen?
That's pretty good, too.
Probably last night's, yeah.
Hall of Famers.
Should be absolutely 100%.
Hey, since we're taking a trip down...
Or the Ty Dillon and Kyle Larson one at the Indy Road Course last year was pretty bad. That was a pretty bad crash. The Larson Ryan Priest one at Talladega this year was pretty bad too.
Until near the end, it looks like he might have saved the out by Skinner. Skinner will go a little bit high, set the road. Use that to get back on the inside again. Great racing.
And boy, if they don't get into each other, this will be unbelievable. This is for the win.
2 laps to go.
This is the greatest truck race of the year, side by side. 2 to go, lap and a half almost now. First, the truck race line. He gets one, and here comes Skinner across the line. It will be Skinner. It doesn't get any better than that. Wow. Standing ovation all around this racetrack for the Nascar Super Trucks.
Mike Skinner wins the first truck race here at the Milwaukee Mile, goes on to claim the championship 1995.
How about that all-star cast of announcers? Ken Squire and Ned Jarrett up in the booth, along with Kenny Wallace and Mike Joy on pit road. They're getting ready to interview Skinner.
Was that like an oh by the way, Kenny Wallace? Is that what that was? I don't know. Kenny always entertaining in the broadcast booth.
I like what we're seeing here today. We got Sanchez dropping to the bottom, giving that a whirl. We saw Infinger make that work, but he had a side-by-side battle for 5 or 6 laps to make that work. Beck is strong again this week. That's good to see.
Restart's very entertaining in your ARCA broadcast earlier today.
They were, sure were. Jesse Love is so good on the restarts, and William Sawalich dominated that race. And obviously Williams are in the top 10 in this race, but just about every restart, Jesse Love was able to wrestle the lead away, and Sawalich had to get it back, and he did. There's Sawalich right there in the 1 truck.
On a restart, got 5 playoff drivers inside the top 6. Row 1, just like when we started the race, Infinger and Sanchez.
They're truck racing in Milwaukee, bitches. They're truck racing in Milwaukee.
Let's check on Tom Majeski's progress as we go through this run. He's going to restart 31st, guys. See how long it takes him to get up inside the top 20.
I think he's got a chance to get up possibly to the top 15 by the end of this stage. 38 laps to go.
I was going to ask, can he get some stage points here? Is it out of the realm of possibility that he could rally to the top 10?
I don't think. He might need another caution, but I don't think it's out of the question. Is he going to go through the middle here?
Excuse me, fellas. Got a fast truck. Is there enough room there? Wow, that's tight. Look at that. Brett Holmes with a little bit of contact there on Majeski, and Majeski dives to the bottom on Lawless Allen.
I think the answer was no, there wasn't enough room, but he made it work.
Confidence not a problem for the 98 right now.
A couple of trucks ahead of him is another playoff driver, Matt DiBenedetto. We'll see what Matt's got. He went to the back at the start of this race. Hasn't made a lot of progress. This is a real test for Matt here. If he can't keep pace with Majeski, he's got issues today.
Making his Truck Series debut, the 61 truck right there for Shiki Hattori. He had a top 5 finish earlier today in the Arkham and Arch race. There he is right behind DiBenedetto on the Reckler roofing truck.
There's Haley Deegan just ahead of these racers in that 13 truck. She's 22nd right now as DiBenedetto sizes her up on the inside.
Majeski on the outside. Look at
yeah, I agree.
The corner and off turn 4 here. That's a veteran. He knows that Majeski's got that fast truck. No sense trying to hold him up. Maybe he can follow him up through there.
Gonna have to. Let's go to school and make that work. Yeah, what about Chase Purdy? Fast number 4, Bama Buggy's truck. Nice moves early. He's trying to battle up toward the top 5.
Qualified in the top 10. Did Chase Purdy, he stayed there. Behind him, William Sawalich talks so much about this young hot shoe out of Minnesota that finds himself in the 8th position right now.
16 years old, Adam.
So impressive every time he comes up.
Yeah, he goes to the tight short tracks and is able to stand toe-to-toe with these veterans and run inside the top 10 week in and week out. Josh, what are they saying down there in the 110?
Yeah, Bill, and that's the big thing you guys talk about, just the confidence this kid has, just 16 years old, but he said the transition into the trucks when it comes to these short tracks has been pretty seamless for him to the point where he has conversations constantly with Corey High, and he provides some feedback and advice to Corey High, the guy that's been full-time in this series all year long. He felt good about his truck. He said the biggest thing going into this race is he has to up his aggression level from the ARCA race, and we're seeing that right now so far.
going to grow, you got to put yourself in so many different situations. He's taken on all different types of racetracks, ARCA, trucks. He's seeing it all, and that is another stepping stone as he climbs the ladder in stock car racing. Grant Enfinger is your leader in Milwaukee. Sanchez, Taylor, Gray, Kosovar, Heim, the top 5. We're off and rolling here in Wisconsin.
The night race. It's as American as Uncle Sam deadlifting 350 while drinking a Busch Light outside his camper in a national park. It's as American as Dale Earnhardt rattling Terry's cage. It's the Bass Pro Shops night race at Bristol Motor Speedway, and it's a cutoff race in the NASCAR playoffs. Be there Saturday, September 16th. Get a weekend package today at bristolmotorspeedway.com and see Dale Jr. race on Friday night.
Yeah, I think Priest's is probably worse than Elliott Sadler's in 2003, but I think Rusty's in 1993 and Davies in 1992 are probably worse than...
To first steps.
Just simply because of the safety wasn't as advanced back then.
Keeping you up at night. But with help from the Home Depot, you'll find the confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
We're here today to set the record straight about Dupuytren's contracture. Surgery is not your only treatment option. People may think their contracture has to be severe to be treated, but it doesn't. Visit findahandspecialist.com today to get started.
Stay 2 nights and get a $50 Best Western gift card. Book now at bestwestern.com.
How can you tell which one's the better deal?
Bring in Dad from Sarasota.
Dads are great, but let's say, show me the Carfax Valley. You get the most accurate prices based on the vehicle's accident history. Shop at the all-new Carfax.com.
Ashley's Labor Day sale is your last chance to save big on summer's top styles. With 0% interest for 60 months. Shop Labor Day Hot Buys, all just $5.98 each. And featured finds starting at only $17 per month or $9.99.99 only at Ashley.
Tonight, the NFL is back on Fox.
Bring that dog out!
It all starts as rookie QB C.J. Stroud looks to make his mark.
My goodness!
And ignite a new era in Houston.
Incredible!
Now, he leads the Texans into a preseason showdown against the newly minted Derek Carr and the Saints.
Oh, what a catch! Touchdown!
Preseason football. Tonight at 8 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
Craftsman Truck Series, racing at the Milwaukee Mile. Grant Enfinger, great veteran, started on the pole, led every lap in control midway through our first stage of the afternoon. Sanchez is second. Taylor Gray, the rookie, hanging strong after getting his career best qualifying effort.
And there's Carson Hocevar in the 4th position. We figured he was going to be a part of this story before today's over. Week in and week out, he's one of the guys you have to beat. That 42 truck, and he's closing in on Taylor Gray.
There's so many of these drivers really had no experience here at the Milwaukee Mile. He actually came up here Father's Day weekend and ran a super late model race, so he really felt like that was advantageous to him. We talked to him during our qualifying show today.
3 wins in the regular season. That was more than anyone. And when you look at what he's done, really since the middle portion of May, just on an absolute roll. Top 5 in 7 of the 9 races, and Michael said it so many times, the Cup start in St. Louis, the Xfinity experience across the board, his confidence really in a good place right now, and it's showing, and so is this guy, Corey Heim. You talk about a roll, give me 8 consecutive top 10s for the regular season champ.
He had led 0 laps in the first 6 races of the year. He has led races now in his last 10 races, led laps in the last 10 races that he's run. Remember, he missed a race due to an illness and still won the regular season point championship, right now running in the 5th spot.
Hocevar good in practice yesterday. Heim was as well. You could say the same about Christian Eckes. He's 6th in the running order. What about that 11, Amanda?
Gladden, he went back to that race that he missed at Gateway. Actually, the first track that he stepped onto after that was right here at Milwaukee. He spent 5 hours testing in a super late
the jet ski is blistering the field.
You think your top 5 flips in the Cup Series are Newman's 2020, Dillon's 2015, Priest's last night, Wallace 93, and Davies 92? Yeah, those are some bad ones.
Good truck in practice yesterday now, but outside the top 10, and right now is in Majeski's sights.
The tale of two tapes is Tom Majeski's charging through the field, and unfortunately, another player, Mr. Benedetto, he's going in the other direction. He started in the back, really hasn't gone anywhere, Adam. It's been a struggle for the 25 truck. They've got to get their stuff together, try to make some moves in this race. A little bit surprised with Zane, too. He's not going anywhere either. In the 38 truck there, just ahead of Majeski.
We had a lot of people in the garage here said that in practice yesterday that he had one of the best trucks. But now remember, they haven't had a chance to make any adjustments to these trucks. But how about Derek Kraus? Started back, way back, I think, in about the 25th position, 25th, and now battling for a top 10 run here. Good job early on for Derek Kraus, local driver.
What about this 7 truck? You put it on the track, and it's going to have some pace to it. I think Derek was really frustrated with practice yesterday. Heard an interview where he said it just didn't go well. Today, he's on it, though.
First Lane Riggs driving that 7 truck at IRP 2 weeks ago. Finished 3rd, his career best. That truck won earlier this season in dominating fashion at North Wilkesboro with Kyle Larson behind the wheel, so we know how fast it is.
Remember last year, William Byron dominated the race at Martinsville to get a grandfather clock in this 7 truck.
And I'll say this about Kraus, not a lot of opportunities this year, only his 2nd truck start. But if you go back to the springtime, those Dash for Cash races in the Xfinity Series, he had a chance to drive for Colleague Racing. First ever starts on the Xfinity side, netted a couple of top 10s. So he's been able to show off his driving talent this year with limited opportunities.
He's way faster than the 35 right now, but just haven't been able to figure out how to make the move yet. That's as close as he's been right there. Can he dive bomb him into turn 1?
Yeah, I think he's going to get him. He is. He may slide up in front of him, take the air away, but good pass by Derek Kraus. Move him into 10th.
Another position here that Tom Majeski's trying to grab.
I think it was the first time Priest slipped in his career. Yeah. He had that like half flip in 2020 at Kansas.
That truck moved Majeski up another spot to 13. We got 18 laps to go. I think he's going to get stage points. I think he's going to get all the way up into the top 10.
Less than 3 seconds behind Derek Kraus, who is in the 10th position right now.
I think Kraus is on the move, though. I think that truck might drive up even maybe near the top 5, as you see Daniel Dye there in the 43 truck. He started in the top 5, Amanda, but man, struggled so far for Double D.
Totally, yeah, it's the best start of his career. So, Daniel behind that truck is a little bum, but we're hearing that the truck is running on the left front splitter. Blake Bainbridge confirmed that that's exactly what they were seeing here from the pit box as well. So, with 17 laps to go at this stage, Daniel Dye wants to see that quickly or a caution.
Yeah, you hate this for driver 43. Not only the great qualifying run, but 2 real good races here the last 2 years. In ARCA competition, you felt like today might be his day, but sliding early is Daniel Dye. 16 laps to go. Stage number 1. It continues to be Brent Enfinger out front. It's so good to be back on the Milwaukee Mile.
A new primetime lineup on Fox News Channel. The right voices at the right time. Weeknights. Fox News. America is watching.
Is dangerous.
One point of possible agreement. Fascinating.
We need you. Vacations always end too soon.
How do we get billionaire these days? Let's get to it. Order Showtime on Channel 865 HD.
I suffer with psoriatic arthritis and psoriasis. I was on a journey for a really long time to find some relief. Cosentyx works for me.
Cosentix helps real people get real relief from the symptoms of psoriatic arthritis or psoriasis. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine or plan to, or if IBD symptoms develop or worsen.
I move so much better because of Cosentix.
Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentix.
Discover the Ozempic Trizone. My Ozempic Trizone, I lowered my A1C, CV risk, and lost some weight.
In studies, the majority of people reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it. Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events, such as stroke, heart attack, or death, in adults also with known heart disease. And you may lose weight. Adults lost up to 14 pounds. Ozempic isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take Ozempic if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Gallbladder problems may occur. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Ask your healthcare provider about the Ozempic Trizone.
You may pay as little as $25.
Can one man change everything? I'm gonna give you that.
Can only win team up to their Big 12 powerhouse?
We bringing the heat.
Give Gus and Joel something to yell about. Can one man change everything?
Baby, you best believe.
We're about to find out.
Give me my darn theme music.
Big news, prime time.
It's a good day to be Grant Enfinger. Start on the pole, dominate the race, and that's what he's done so far. It's the Clean Harbors 175 at the Milwaukee Mile for the Craftsman Truck Series with Michael Walter, Phil Parsons. I'm Adam Alexander. Amanda Busick on pit road with Josh Sims. Tell us about our race leader, Josh.
Yeah, Grant Enfinger felt really good about that truck going into the day. Now he's starting to be a little more concerned with that thing. He said he's struggling on entry. He wants a little help during the next pit stop, of course, but Grant Enfinger is a guy that we know GMS shut down at the end of the season. He said teams can go one of two ways. They can kind of fold or they can stay focused, and he said my crew chief, Jeff Hensley, has never been more focused than he is right now, guys.
Great report, Sims, and I'll tell you about this 23 truck. His struggle right now is real. I know he's in lap traffic, but he just can't make the moves I think he wants to, and it's taking him some while to cut through this traffic. You see Daniel Dye is next on his list.
Inside of 10 laps to go.
Everyone drop a like on the stream.
Remaining now. Look at Taylor Gray working his way through lap traffic.
Saw the scoring pylon, Tom Majeski up to the 11th spot. Don't think he's going to be able to get up and get stage points. He's almost 5 seconds behind Derek Kraus, but nonetheless a great move by Tom Majeski. It has him back in contention for a win in this race.
And it's not as much a knock on Majeski as it is a celebration of what Kraus is doing. You guys said it, that 7 has been ridiculous today. Really, really fast as Kraus.
And look at our chicklets. You see Tom Majeski there, the fastest truck. He's up to the 11th position. Some really strong trucks, including Matt Mills in the 51. He's been among our top 5, and he's back in the 17th position. We saw him struggle in qualifying, felt like he had a good truck for the race, and that's the case. I love this. It just shows you the parity, how fast some of these trucks are that are back there fighting through traffic. There's that beautiful 51 truck for Mills.
He had such a great run in this truck at Richmond. Top 5 finishes, career best.
He's got top 5 speed today as well.
Majeski again, the fastest truck on the racetrack in 11th. We saw Matt DiBenedetto a few moments ago. He's already a lap down, and he's not in the free pass spot, so he's certainly going to have his work cut out for him.
That's a shame. That's a struggle for Matty D. There's another truck going to lap down, Stuart Friesen. We talked earlier in the qualifying show about the struggle bus he's been on for the last few weeks. Continues. Ferris mowers on the side of that 52 truck.
There's some trucks certainly in the grips of the 23 of Enfinger that may go a lap down to keep Stewart. There's bigger Hangarani right there. That could take Stuart Friesen out of the free pass spot if Grant's able to get by that 61.
Just ahead of Hangarani there, you see Brett Holmes in the 32 truck. He's 24th. Got 6 laps around this mile track. I think both these guys could be in jeopardy of losing a lap, and that's bad news for Friesen.
Hangarani was in that ARCA race earlier today. Battled a lot of the time with Grant Enfinger. Grant had never been here before, so he decided to try to run that Arca Menards race, as we see.
Derek Krause down on the bottom trying to
get by Ben Rhodes, trying to grab another spot, move him up to 9th.
That's got to be a great feeling for Krause, just passing folks.
Started 25th, guys.
Charged all the way inside the top 10. Ben Rhodes slides up the track there a bit. It's like Krause is loose.
4 laps to go. Stage 1 at Milwaukee. Enfinger 3 seconds in front of Sanchez as he continues to maneuver through the lap traffic. Watching the battle for 9th. And Ben Rhodes, Derek Krause. And not too far behind them is Ty Majeski, who's trying to rally and get a stage point.
I don't think he's going to be able to make up those 20-something truck lengths he's behind. That battle for the 10th spot.
The most important thing for him, I think, is he's back in it. He's in contention for the win of this race.
And they've been on pit road. They've made an adjustment. They know what that adjustment did to the truck, how it affected the handling of it. That'll give them more idea of how to adjust the truck when they come to pit road and get tires.
And they didn't waste a set of tires when they made that pit stop. So great work by that team.
You get a restart to pick up some positions. You could pick up some ground on pit road.
2 to go in the stage.
Chase Birdie is 8th. You can see it looks like finally Derek Krause is going to get around Rhodes. He does.
Derek Krause is not really racing for points, but he sure can take points away from somebody like Ben Rhodes.
And the points are big for Rhodes, who came in just above the playoff cut line as he tries to advance onto the round of 8. And he slides back to 10th.
Great battle with Chase Purdy in that Ford truck. Chase has really had a nice, solid year for KBM.
Spencer Boyd there in the 12 truck. Giving these guys a little bit of an obstacle to get around as they race toward the end of this first stage.
Final lap, opening stage at Milwaukee.
All right, the final lap of the stage.
What a drive it's been for Grant Enfinger. And what a battle we have from 8th on down. Here's Enfinger closing on his team.
All right.
Raja Caruth.
So Grant Enfinger is going to win stage 1.
Looks like he will. Stays in line. Opening stage, Grant Enfinger wins it at Milwaukee. Sanchez is 2nd. Taylor Gray, 3rd. Heim gets Eckes for 4th. 5th for Eckes. Hocevar 6th. And the rest of the top 10, Sawalich, Krause, Purdy, and Ben Rhodes. Majeski ends up 11th. Second stage win of the year for Enfinger. He also won at Gateway. That afternoon, he went on to win the race.
With wet AMD, sometimes I worry my world is getting smaller because of my sight. But now, I can open up my world with Vabysmo. Vabysmo is the first FDA-approved treatment for people with wet AMD that improves vision and delivers a chance for up to 4 months between treatments, which means doing more of what I love. Vabysmo is the only treatment designed to block 2 causes of wet AMD.
Vabysmo is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye, or are allergic to it or any of its ingredients. Treatments like Vabysmo can cause eye infection or retinal detachment. Vabysmo may cause a temporary increase in eye pressure after receiving the injection. Although uncommon, there is a potential risk of heart attack or stroke associated with blood clots.
Open up your world.
A chance for up to 4 months between treatments with Vabysmo. Ask your doctor.
I watched my first race yesterday.
You're on the team, kid. It's orientation day.
Hey, new guy. Let's get you up to speed.
Let's go.
Your workspace is ready.
Looks like you got a corner office.
Be part of something greater. Toyota. Let's go places.
Your pride and joy is measured in acres. Keep them looking their best with the Kubota lineup. Versatile sidekick utility vehicles.
the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience. Professional grade mowers for a professional cut. It's equipment built with one purpose, to get the job done right.
Tourists. Tourists that turn into scientists. Tourists photographing thousands of miles of remote landscapes that can be analyzed by AI in real time. So researchers can identify which areas are at risk and help life underwater flourish.
Domino's is dropping by a little differently these days. Get pizza dropped off almost anywhere when you drop a pin in the Domino's app. It's new Domino's Pinpoint Delivery.
Long weekends are for you time. You drilling, you clearing, you planting, and you saving. Do Labor Day your way by shopping at the Home Depot.
Stage 1 in the books for the Craftsman Truck Series here in Milwaukee. Brent Enfinger dominates, leading every lap. It's playoff point, 10 stage points. Sanchez, good day. Pine, Eckes, Hocevar, Ben Rose, the others in the playoff category. They've got a nice payoff in regard to stage points in that opening stint of the race. And now the all-important trip down pit road, because track position is huge at Milwaukee.
And that was huge for Nick Sanchez, too. Came in here 2 points above that line that Michael likes to talk about so much.
Well, I'll tell you, that was huge for all those playoff guys that got those stage points. You want to bank those and put it behind you, and they did just that. 6 of them did.
Now it's time for pit stops, Amanda.
You're going to see that 98 making its way towards us. He told us ahead of this playoff season that our biggest competition in this playoff is going to be ourselves. Well, those changes that they made during that first pit stop must have been great, because look at him all the way up into the 11th spot. After that, just driving through the field, no chassis adjustments here, just tires and fuel. And as we go over to the 11 of Corey Heim, Scott Cipodelli told him there's going to be a big swing for you as he gets off of pit road. They made a major adjustment on the track bar to get some rear grip into that truck, Josh.
Trouble there for the two getting out of the pit stall. His biggest concern was he was struggling a bit laterally free in turn 3, and as far as the 23 of Brent Enfinger, he said he was starting to struggle a bit on entry and exit. They made a track bar and air pressure adjustment to help out your stage 1 winner, guys.
Great work for the 11 team, +3 for Corey Heim. He wins the race off pit road. Brent Enfinger to second.
Yeah, he was boxed in a bit, had to slowly get out of his pit box. A lot of action there. You can see the jack drop on Majeski's truck before the service was done.
Yeah, that's certainly going to hurt him. We showed Matt Mills in the race off pit road. Matt actually came down pit road before pit road opened. He will have to go to the back. Here's a pit stop for Majeski. As Michael said, watch that right side. Ball's off the jack. Must not have had it all the way under there, or else somebody hit the handle, maybe the rear tire changer. That's going to cost him a bunch of positions, though.
That's our second caution of the day, ending stage 1. Sean Hangarani got the free pass. The restart when we come back for stage 2.
Trilogy for COPD.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by.
You know how I feel.
You don't have to take COPD sitting
It's a
down.
new dawn. It's a new day.
It's time to make a stand.
And I'm feeling good.
Start a new day with Trilogy. No once-daily COPD medicine has the power to treat COPD in as many ways as Trilogy. With 3 medicines in 1 inhaler, Trilogy makes breathing easier for a full 24 hours, improves lung function, and helps prevent future flare-ups. Trilogy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trilogy more than prescribed. Trilogy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Take a stand and start a new day with Trilogy. Ask your doctor about once daily Trilogy and save at Trilogy.com.
Pizza lovers know Marco's is the real deal. Real fresh dough, real signature sauce, 3 real cheeses topped with real meats. Now, get another real deal. Unlimited medium one-topping pizzas for $6.99 each. Marco's. Pizza lovers, get it.
With Armor All stain repelling technology, it's easy to everyday proof your car. No matter how tough the job is. Armor All technology. Less work, more clean.
Your Wyndham is waiting. When bucket lists need checking, points need redeeming, work trips need crushing, or anniversaries need celebrating, no matter who you are, where you're going, or why. With 24 trusted brands by Wyndham to choose from, your Wyndham is waiting. Get the lowest price at wyndhamhotels.com.
We got the house!
Pods handles the driving. Pack at your pace, store your things until you're ready, then we deliver to your new home, across town or across the country. Pods, your personal moving and storage team.
Back in my day, we didn't have all these types of fancy chicken.
Pretty sure you have buffalo wings and fried chicken.
Well, we didn't have garlic parm or sweet bourbon barbecue.
And he had to walk uphill both ways.
And it snowed every time.
Yeah, right, Grandpa. You're from Miami.
NASCAR playoff weekend at Talladega. You'll have to see it to believe it. Get your tickets now at TalladegaSuperspeedway.com.
If you think you have Dupuytren's contracture, there's a simple test you can take. From anywhere, try to lay your hand flat against the surface. If you can't, you may have Dupuytren's contracture. Talk to a hand specialist about your options, including non-surgical treatments.
Frisky's World. The perfect reminder that life's more fun in the deep end.
Yeah, so never stop exploring. Always keep it real.
And do whatever floats your boat, just like we do.
Feed their fantasy.
Getting lined up, ready to go for stage 2 here at the Milwaukee Mile, doing the choose. Corey Heim on the race off pit road, takes the outside lane for the restart.
You can see coming to the choose here eventually will be Tom Majeski. He's made a couple of trips to the back and now one to the middle of the field. It's been quite the up and down day for that 98 truck.
Trouble on pit road. Majeski worked his way all the way up to the 11th spot when the caution came out, but here he comes. He's going to come down pit road. We talked about the fact that the truck fell off the jack. Then he's going to have another issue. It's already fallen off the jack, but you see the right front tire changer telling Majeski's got to turn the wheel to the left so he can get in there to get that wheel off.
That could have been a function of it falling off the jack. He just turned the wheel a little bit in his hands as that happened. Anyway, the result is he's back outside the top 20 as we're coming to the green.
Look at the numbers. The box score for
all right, we're getting ready to go back green here, fuckers.
At the end of the day.
Number of trucks passed maybe today
could break the record here in Milwaukee.
Start outside of Brett Holmes there in that 32 truck. Brett stayed on the lead lap during that first stage.
Heim and Infinger. Row 1 as we get it rolling. Stage 2 at Milwaukee.
Majeski with a little bit of push to the, Christian Eckes with a little bit of a push to the back of Corey Heim.
About William Swallich up there in the
caution.
Quick caution, yellow is out.
Oh no, Brad Perez in that 30 truck.
And Greg Van Alst.
20 truck for Tyler Young.
It's pretty good contact for both those trucks.
We already saw one of Tyler's trucks get a lot of damage with Josh Balicki losing right front tire. He's out of the race, and when the window net comes down for Greg Van Alst, he's going to be out as well. I'm sure same situation for Brad Perez.
You can see Brad's got all 4 corners of that 30 truck torn up.
Early caution stage 1. Early caution in our second stage as well. AMR safety team is there checking things out on the 30 and 20 trucks. Let's go back to the restart, see what happened.
Ooh.
Something went wrong with
Van Alst. Did he bounce off the inside wall, possibly?
I don't know. It looked like maybe could the throttle have hung for a bit?
He shot across the racetrack. Maybe he bounced, misjudged, bounced off the inside wall, or possibly forced into the inside wall, and it careened him out towards the outside of the racetrack.
Nothing Brad could have done there.
There's Greg Van, All-Star Daytona winner from earlier this year in the ARCA Menard Series. Amanda.
That's exactly what Brad Perez asked his crew chief what happened there. They reported that they think that Greg may have blown a tire, just kind of took him out. It's kind of a bummer for Brad. It's only his second ever start on an oval. I talked to him prior to the race. He's been spending a lot of time with Raja Karut. They've been trading information back and forth. Brad Perez, by trade, is a sports car driver, so he's been helping Raja on the road courses, but looking to gain some knowledge here on the ovals will be a bummer for Brad Perez.
See Brad racing a little bit this year in the Xfinity Series as well. Third caution comes out. Restart stage 2. Perez, Van Alst done for the day. Corey Hive as your race leader.
Stay 2 nights and get a $50 Best Western gift card. Book now at bestwestern.com.
If you think you have Dupuytren's contraction, there's a simple test you can take. From anywhere, try to lay your hand flat against the surface. If you can't, you may have Dupuytren's contraction. Talk to a hand specialist about your options, including non-surgical treatments.
Tony, let's go out to dinner.
I'm in. I love my new hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Just step in and go.
Maybe we should just stay in.
Easy to take off, too. You don't even have to bend over.
Wait, let's go someplace fancy.
They also come in Max Cushioning for ultimate comfort. Try new Max Cushioning hands-free Skechers slip-ins.
Risky's World. The perfect reminder that life's more fun in the deep end.
Yeah, so never stop exploring. Always keep it real.
And do whatever floats your boat, just like we do.
Feed their fantasy.
More than 4 million animals go chronically unpetted by their owners. Give them the pets they deserve with Bruce's Better Petter. It's motion activated with a full range of physical affection.
Okay, this product isn't real. It's snake oil. However, this is very real.
David Spade hosts a new game show that asks,
Is it real or is it snake oil?
don't miss the premiere of Snake Oil, Wednesday, September 27th on Fox.
Outback Steak and Mate combos are becoming as popular as our bloomin' onion. Just look at all these new limited time combos, like steak and hot honey chicken or filet and snow crab. Mate, these Bonza new combos start at just $16.99 for a limited time, only at Outback Steakhouse.
Our grand reopening event is such a success, we're keeping it going. Hyundai Cicero at Drivers Village is bringing in new Hyundais all the time, giving you more choices and choice deals.
Get 3.29 for 60 financing plus 500 HMF bonus cash on your new 23 Tucson Limited during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
That's why people are shopping Hyundai Cicero at Drivers Village. Shop in person or at HyundaiCicero.com.
Pizza lovers know Marco's is the real deal. Real fresh dough, real signature sauce, 3 real cheeses topped with real meats. Now, get another real deal. Unlimited medium one-topping pizzas for $6.99 each. Marco's. Pizza lovers, get it.
Stay 2 nights and get a $50 Best Western gift card. Book now at bestwestern.com.
Saturday, it's baseball night in America on Fox. Bryce Harper and the Phillies clash with Christian Yelich and the Brewers. And an NL showdown, or you get the Twins against Corey Seager and the Rangers. Catch every play Saturday night, 7 Eastern on Fox. Check for the game in your area. And since we're talking Brewers, leading the NL Central, there's their ballpark not too far away.
Yeah, been there for a few games over the years.
American Family Field. They get some great crowds there, and we've got a good one here this afternoon.
Yeah, it feels full of race fans as well.
It's always popular. I'm not sure why we stopped coming here back after 2009.
I'm just glad we're back.
Me too.
Beautiful day. Lots of great race fans, and we're seeing some great action on the track.
In Milwaukee today, in the fun really just beginning when it comes to the playoffs and the Craftsman Truck Series. IRP goes to Ty Majeski. We stay in the Midwest this afternoon. From here, we're off to Kansas.
Well, still staying in the Midwest in Kansas, and then we're going to go south to Bristol.
What about the little Bristol Talladega combination? Does that scream NASCAR or what?
Wild card back to back.
Set the championship for at the Homestead Miami Speedway, and then it's out west to run for the title in the desert on November 3rd, a Friday night at Phoenix.
I think we're going to fly, though, from Homestead to Phoenix. I don't think we're going to ride the truck.
I'm not sure the three of us would get along making it from Bristol to Talladega, much less Miami to Phoenix.
We've tried a little bit of everything in this job. Weathered a few storms along the way and always have a good time talking about our trucks. See if we can get this second stage rolling. A little bit of trouble getting going here. Such a shame for Brad Perez and Greg Van Oss. That was a big crash at the turn one.
Yeah, we looked at that during the commercial break, and it looked possibly maybe a throttle honk on Greg Van Oss's truck. When it did, then he locked the brakes up, and that just drove the truck straight into Brad Perez. Certainly nothing Brad could do about it, and if the throttle hung, nothing Greg Van Oss could do about it.
Going to be 39 laps to go in stage 2 when we return to the green flag. Hive and Enfinger on row 1. Eckes up there. How about William Sawalich inside of row 2 for the restart?
All right, here we go, fuckers.
Making his presence known.
How cool is that? 16 and up there contending.
Green flag.
Taylor Gray there as well.
Eckes with another bump to Corey Heim. Corey Heim out with the lead. Now side by side for second with Grant Enfinger and Eckes.
Eckes said, I'll take me some of that outside lane. Nice move by Enfinger to slide through, get to second as they come through turns 3 and 4.
Now Sawalich is going to try to move to the inside of Eckes in that battle for third.
Whoa, he drove her down in there, didn't he?
Sure did.
That thing's going to stick, too. It's a strong move by the one truck.
Not going to be able to clear Eckes, though. Eckes is going to fight back on the outside. Good battling here.
Certainly is. All the way back through the top 10. Side by side are several trucks. 3 wide.
Wow.
I don't have a great feeling about 3 wide.
That's Majeski on the outside of that. Oh, that's Connor Jones. That's Connor Jones in the 66.
Oh, Stewart up in front of Jake Garcia, had to check up on the gas. There's Matty D trying to get a lap back.
Right now, Stuart Freeze in the red 52 Ferris truck is the lead truck 1 lap down. That's who Matt would need to get ahead in case the caution were to come out.
Barely squeezes up in front of Daniel Dye behind Connor Jones.
Check that scoring pylon. Ty Majeski going to be highlighted in green. That's because he's won a race locked into the next round. Not because he's on go today, but he is on go this afternoon from 22nd to 14th since we returned to the green flag.
That's him right in front of his teammate Ben Rhodes. Majeski in the 98. Bailey Curry pushing Ben Rhodes up off the corner. Now 3 wide with Tyler Ingram, the 16 on the inside.
He Mata trying to fill a hole there in that 5 truck. He's had a fast truck today. You can see up ahead, Majeski to the bottom. Gets around the 15 of Gray.
He's got 12, Michael. So he comes from the back, gets to 11th, has the problems on pit road at the end of the stage, restarts outside the top 20, and here he is looking at a position in the top 10, but Tanner Gray says, I'll come back by you in the 98.
Yeah, it looked like Ty was able to drive by Tanner fairly easily, and then Tanner fights back.
Tanner sees his brother up ahead in 7th. Taylor, he wants to go get some of that action. Oh, hard angle to get off the corner.
Nice momentum for Majeski from the high side. Zane Smith will be the next guy on the hit list for Majeski.
What about our man Matt Crafton? He's driven inside the top 10. He's got a strong truck today, trying trying to take that 8th position away from Chase Purdy. He just gets better and better all day. Good run for Matt.
Yeah, Matt was outside the top 10 in that stage 1. Did not get any stage points.
Matt, the only driver in the field today that was racing here the last time we came to Milwaukee with the trucks in 2009. So let's look at the ages of all the playoff drivers and how old they were the last time we raced here. This is maybe the graphic of the afternoon.
Our leader, Corey Heim, was 6 years old. maybe starting first grade, possibly kindergarten.
He's just a baby.
Just a baby.
And Matt Crafton, 33 years of age, but man, still got pace. Just drives around Purdy up to the 8th position. This 88 truck is on it today.
Let's go back a few more years. Back in 1996 was Four Sports' first ever race here in the Truck Series with Terry Cook. Such a great addition to the sport. Duke and Rhonda Thorson, Matt Crafton, 3-time champion, always a playoff contender, Amanda.
And I'm so surprised to see him running in the black there in the corners. He said that is a no-go zone here this weekend. So maybe that the track is evolving to these trucks, but I think Matt's truck is also evolving to him in practicing and qualifying. He just said simply, we're terrible. So the adjustments have been made to keep Matt Crafton in this line.
I like what I'm saying. Last time by, Amanda, he was the 3rd fastest truck, and he's battling there behind the 17 of Taylor Gray. That means if he can get around Gray, I think he might be the fastest truck on the track.
And one thing I've learned, never doubt Matt Crafton. We weren't sure he'd make it in the playoffs. He does, and now here he is making a rally one more time. Corey Heim, your race leader. We're going side by side.
It's orientation day. Welcome to the team.
Who wants to race?
I like this too. Be part of something greater. Toyota. Let's go places.
That's my team out there.
If our network goes down, lives are at stake.
Our comms have to work.
Well, the mission won't.
That's why we partner with Verizon Frontline, the network that truly prioritizes first responders.
So we don't worry about getting through. And they're the most reliable 5G network in America.
Out here, reliability is everything.
Extreme or routine, Verizon Frontline delivers.
The #1 network choice in public safety. Learn more. It's your mission. It's your Verizon.
The stars of Nascar return to Texas for a playoff showdown. Competitors, outlaws, rivals, all fighting to be the Lone Star. Experience the No Limits action. Racing, camping, live music, food, fun, and more. Sunday, September 24th. Lock in tickets at TexasMotorspeedway.com.
The most anticipated reunion of the summer is here. The trumpet as John Cena returns home to SmackDown. The man, the myth, the legend. SmackDown's biggest event of the summer. All new Friday Night SmackDown, sponsored by Progressive at 8/7 Central on Fox.
It all comes down to Martinsville, and the whole family is delighted to see the action. Get your tickets now at MartinsvilleSpeedway.com.
A nice little two-truck battle for the lead here in Milwaukee for the Craftsman Truck Series. Corey Heim won the race off pit road, ending stage 1. Had the top spot. Grant Enfinger, who dominated that opening stint of the race, is hung around, and he wants to go back on board. They're side by side coming off of turn 4.
Not able to clear Corey Heim. Grant really likes that outside, really got some good momentum from the outside, now switches over to the inside.
That's fun to watch, isn't it? He's going way up the hill when he's running by himself. Now he's trying to pinch it down and make it work on the bottom. You can see that truck gets a little bit sideways there. The veteran that ran.
All right, so we are about to pass halfway.
Down, size him up again and make another run at it.
And let's get some credit to Corey Hunt. He touched on how good he's been lately. Today marks the 11th straight race where he's led laps this season. Just remarkable, the campaign he's put together first year full-time.
In the last 10 races, averaging almost 50 points a race. 60 is the most points you can score, and he's averaged almost 50 points a race over that 10-race span.
Won the regular season championship after missing that race due to illness at St. Louis. Came into this race 47 points to the good when it comes to advancing. Obviously, he wins today. He's locked in anyway, but I think he can do it on points. I mean, just remarkable what this guy has done this year.
I'm just really impressed with Graham today. He's had so much speed. We talked earlier about his success in St. Louis, and he thinks this track drives a lot like St. Louis. Well, Jeff Hemsley and that team must have brought the same setup because it's handling like it did there as well.
I think Corey Heim has been alerted to the fact that Grant's been running a little higher. I think now he is moving up the racetrack a little bit more, and that's helping him. So you see Grant's at least a half a truck with higher than Corey Heim right now. There's Majeski grabbing another spot from Chase Purdy. That moves Majeski up into the 10th spot.
Top 10 for the first time today after struggles all over the place, but a really fast number 98 truck.
I've been watching Majeski over the last number of laps. He pulled up to Zane Smith, or got in position behind Zane Smith, and really hasn't been able to do anything with Zane. Zane moved down ahead of Chase Purdy. Zane right now in the 9th spot. That's him right in front of Majeski. But they've been matching lap for lap speed-wise.
Just ahead of him there, you see Crafton trying to get another spot. He's finally closed in on Taylor Gray. Here comes Majeski. All these trucks in the top 10.
To everybody, Majeski, these stage points, oh so critical, especially for Matt Crafton right now in that battle for 7th with Gray.
Nice day for a Tricon. You got Heim leading, Sawalich up there in 4th, and Taylor Gray, another rookie, in 7th right now, trying to hang on to that position. Matt Crafton behind him, and Heim's got company again. Another rally being mounted by Infinger.
Heim's trying to hold on to that position as well.
I would like to say it's a bit of a surprise to see Sawalich up in the top 5, but it's not. Every time he gets behind the wheel of his trucks, he runs it in the top 10. This is definitely the strongest he's been. There you can see our pylon with the results so far, running positions of their 4 trucks.
I'm glad you didn't say that it's surprising what Sawalich is doing, because I made that mistake when we were racing in Richmond, and Phil quickly corrected me. Actually, I wish you would have done it so he would have corrected you as well. It took me a while to get my confidence back after that.
Grant all over the back of this 11 truck. You wonder if Grant could get by Corey Hunt. Did he drive away?
I think definitely he drives away if he does.
Only 18 laps to go in this stage. I think Grant would love to get that lead back, not only to get the playoff point and the stage points, but to come to pit road first and possibly have an advantage on pit road.
You want control, don't you? As a driver, you want control of the race.
Total control.
But we talked about the importance of track position and how big of a role pit road could play today, and that's what we're seeing right here. Heim was able to get the top spot off the pit lane from Infinger, and that's why we have the battle in front of us that we do for the lead.
Right side of your screen, Crafton has been able to get by Taylor Gray. Now Taylor's going to fight back on the outside. Zane Smith is right behind this side-by-side battle.
What the heck happened there? Crafton drove around the inside of him, and just like nothing, Gray was able to pull the outside. See if Matt slides up here and takes that group away.
How about Grant trying to grab that lead back from Corey Heim?
He's going to do it.
I think he's got him clear to give Grant Infinger the lead for a moment. Corey Heim's going to try to do the crossover, not going to be able to work.
Grant Infinger started on the pole, led the first 60 laps. We talked about the exchange on pit road. Heim led the next 34, but Alabama's own Grant Infinger is back on point at Milwaukee. 15 to go, stage 2. It's Infinger, Heim, Eckes, Sawalich, and Sanchez, your top 5.
A guy like this, who relies on his truck for work, knows that his truck will take care of him, that he takes care of his truck. And WeatherTech has always been the ultimate protection. From floor liners to no-drill mud flaps, to tech liner for your truck bed, to bump step, to the handy under-seat storage system. And cup foam keeps phones secure in any cup holder. Order your American-made products at WeatherTech.com.
That's my team out there.
If our network goes down, lives are at stake.
Our comms have to work.
Well, the mission won't.
That's why we're partnering with Verizon Frontline, the network that truly prioritizes first responders.
So we don't worry about getting through. And they're the most reliable 5G network in America.
Out here, reliability is everything.
Extreme or routine, Verizon Frontline delivers.
The #1 network choice in public safety. Learn more. It's your mission. It's your Verizon.
When you drive a Ram, summer is more than a season. It's an opportunity to load up on more toys, to stop looking for fun and be the one who brings it, and to make every day even more inviting than the last. Make this the summer you drive America's best light-duty pickup.
During the Ram Make This the Summer event, get 4,000 retail consumer cash allowance on most 2023 Ram 1500 trucks.
When you order from Domino's, you can get more than just pizza for $6.99. You can get specialty chicken, savory pastas, oven-baked Parmesan bread bites, molten lava crunch cakes, and medium 2-topping pizzas as well. We didn't stop at pizza, and you don't have to either.
Long weekends are for you time. You drilling, you clearing, you planting, and you saving. Do Labor Day your way by shopping at the Home Depot.
For millions of young people, Boys and Girls Club of America provides a safe place where science, technology, and NASCAR come together. Where the green flag waves on potential careers, and the skills learned here excite, inspire, and build the foundation towards a better tomorrow. After all, great futures start here.
Grant Finger leads at Milwaukee. 10 laps to go, stage 2. And the Clean Harbor's 175. Second place right now, Corey Heim. He's 1 second in arrears. Let's update the top 2. We begin with Josh.
Yeah, Adam, and as you mentioned, Grant Enfinger, your leader again, and even when he was behind the 11, the team was telling him, hey, you're faster than the 11. He was patient. He tried several different lines, finally able to get around it. Once he did get around the 11, he came up with the radio and said, hey, this truck is better than it was during the first run when he didn't win stage number 1. He said it was a little bit tight, but he feels good about what he's got, Amanda.
Josh, we've been talking about some of Corey Heim's stats this season. What I told him ahead of the race, the stat here at Milwaukee is that no driver has won here starting below the 8th position, and he just smiled at me and said, well, it's a good thing that I'm starting 8th, when he said the theme of the race here today is going to be saving tires. Maybe that was on display here when Grant made that pass.
You know, to that point, we had seen the long green flag run play out. We had early caution stage 1, early caution stage 2. After that, it's been all about what you can do over the long haul.
It's so important. Remember that number 34. That's how many laps Corey Heim led. That's how many laps it took Grant Enfinger to wrestle the lead away from after losing it on pit road to Corey Heim.
Matt DiBenedetto has been in the free pass position all of this whole stage, but that's getting ready to go away, Phil. This is a tough break. He needs a caution flag right now because Josh, he's getting ready to be second in line to get the free pass. Tough day for this 25 truck.
Yeah, it's a tough day, and what a difference a day makes. Because I talked to Matty B yesterday, and he felt really good about his truck. He told me he had a top 10 truck, told me maybe even a truck that could get 10 for a win. Then today, much different. That truck has been just way too tight. He's been battling with the throttle all day long, and he just can't push it the way he wants. And this is a guy that was telling me, hey, we don't need to be better than the rest of the field. It's just those playoff drivers. We need to be better than 2 of them over the next 2 races to advance to the next round. But he's not able to get what he wants out of this race today, guys.
Yeah, right behind him, here comes trouble again. Put him 2 laps down. If Grant Enfinger can get there, it's going to be close, Phil.
A lot of the crew chiefs agreeing with what Josh was saying, that was one of the best trucks yesterday. Don't know, maybe they have some sort of an issue, but as you mentioned, he certainly doesn't want that yellow truck behind him to get by him before the end of this stage.
9 of our 10 playoff drivers are 11th or better, and Matt is struggling.
And he came in below the playoff cut line, so not a ton a margin for error when you talk about that 25 team making a playoff for the very first time. Matt won last year in the postseason, but was not championship eligible. Got it done at Talladega Superspeedway. They've had a wonderful year, but unfortunately a bit behind when it comes to how things are going here this afternoon.
You see the 42 of Hocevar. He's taken over that 4th spot. We saw Sawalich in the 1 right side of your screen battling Christian Eckes for that spot. Eckes was able to drive away, and now Hocevar is coming up to try to grab that 3rd spot from Eckes.
Someone's on the wall.
Good with the long run. Boy, a bit of a bobble there. That was tight.
Lemke in the 33.
No caution. It looks like he keeps going. Doesn't look like he has much damage.
Wall, NASCAR keeps it clean and green right now as Daniel Dykes closes in the back of the 33.
Derek Lemke.
Looks like he's okay. Looks like the tires are up, at least for now, for Lemke.
Look at the gap now for him. We'll see 3 laps to go in the stage. This time around, the advantage over 2 seconds. Time almost a little over 4 seconds in front of 3rd place, Christian Eckes.
Haley Deegan there just ahead of Enfinger. She's the next truck to go a lap down.
Brent's going to move to the inside. 3 laps to go in this stage.
She and Connor Jones running along there. Man, he's fast, isn't he?
Through the center of the corner. That truck has to be turning for him to be able to do that.
Update on our friend Tom Majeski after his up and down day. 2nd fastest truck last time by, and he's up in the 7th position.
We saw Grant running that extremely high line during the ARCA Menards race, and that was one of the reasons for him to run that ARCA Menards race. Had never been here before. What can he learn about this racetrack? He was the guy that ran the highest in that ARCA race, even though a little bit loose, a little bit of a bobble. But he's making it work here tonight, or this afternoon.
1 lap to go, 2nd stage. Enfinger won the 1st stage, trying to get a sweep for the 2nd time in his career. This for 3rd, Eckes and Hocevar.
Championship contenders here battling for a spot.
All right.
Inside the top 3 here in stage 2 of Milwaukee. Look how high they're going. Must be getting word from the spotters.
Going up there, without a doubt. Grant's making it work, guys, and he's the fastest truck.
So Grant Enfinger.
Get out the broom.
Grant Enfinger is going to sweep the stages. He wins stage 2.
Wins stage 1, and he takes stage 2 as well. Last time he pulled off the sweep of a pair of stages, got to go back to 2019 when he delivered in St. Louis. Hine, who led the early portion of stage 2, was 2nd. Eckes, Hocevar, Sawalich, the top 5. A championship is on the line. The next step in our quest to the title today at the Milwaukee Mile.
So we got 65 laps to go.
You're so much more than just a landowner. You're a gardener, a groundskeeper, a landscaper. Because you didn't settle for ordinary. Same goes for your equipment. Versatile, powerful, durable Kubota equipment. More goes into it, so you get more out of it.
Shelves. Shelves that know what taste buds want. Shelves smart enough to see, sense, react, restock. So Caramel Swirl is always there for the taking.
From big cities to small towns and on main streets across the U.S., you'll find PNC Bank, helping businesses both large and small, communities, and the people who live and work there grow and thrive. We're proud to call these places home too. They're where we put down roots, and where together we work to help move everyone's financial goals forward. PNC Bank.
It's another race. You know what that means. It's another Craftsman deal.
We're offering racing fans different Craftsman deals throughout the season because teams can count on Craftsman tools to get the job done. And now you can too. When you take advantage of the Craftsman deal of the race, you'll save on the tools that'll help you power through your projects. And this deal, well, it's going fast. So scan the QR code now to get the current deal of the race.
See you at the next race with another deal.
With Armor All stain repelling technology, it's easy to everyday proof your car. No matter how tough the job is. Armor All technology. Less work, more clean.
Pizza lovers know Marco's is the real deal. Real fresh dough, real signature sauce, 3 real cheeses topped with real meats. Now, get another real deal. Unlimited medium one-topping pizzas for $6.99 each. Marco's. Pizza lovers, get it.
Welcome back to the Milwaukee Wild. Those Craftsman trucks are ready for their pit stops at the end of stage 2. You see Ty Majeski right there taking some fuel. He's not going to make any chassis adjustments to the truck. Fuel to the truck is great in traffic, but what a day for the 98 to bounce back from what they have had. And then moving on over to the 38 of Zane Smith. Kind of been quiet here in the playoffs. Said that this season has felt like a grind, but this truck was as loose as it was in Richmond earlier today. They're working on finding some grip. Josh?
Impressive run so far for the one of Williams Sawalha. She said his biggest issue is getting too free. He needs a little more drive off. As far as the 19 of Christian Eckes, he said he needs more drive, needs more stability. He needs that truck similar to what he had at IRP. We had a runner-up finish, guys.
Eckes gets 2 spots, wins the race off pit road, and for the second straight time, Grant Enfinger leads, gets trapped in. He lost 3 spots this time, back to the 4th position.
Same thing happened to Majeski. Looked like a pretty solid pit stop, didn't it? I think he was blocked in.
It looked like maybe Grant leading the race could have maybe stopped a little shorter in his box. You can see the angle he has right here. You see the Ford truck with the back end hanging out. When they finish the stop, there's nothing that Grant can do other than just back up.
But you saw the back of his truck. It was really at the back line. But you see the front of the Ford truck right at the front line. So small pit stops. I mean, small pit stalls at Milwaukee.
You know, when you're leading, maybe you just come in and angle out a little bit better. But like you said, Phil, small stalls, just a bad break.
Enfinger came into this race 24 points above the cut line. Gets all 20 stage points available in the first 2 stages today. Heim with a good afternoon. Same for Eckes. Sanchez double digits when it comes to points scored. Hocevar got 12. Majeski and Crafton also scoring some points. The final stage on the way on FS1.
My name is Rachel. I'm not an ordinary employee. I work for Clean Harbors, an extraordinary company. I make solid pay, have great benefits, and get tons of support. I could work for lots of companies, but knowing that Clean Harbors has such a positive impact on environmental issues I care about makes me feel better about my job. And Clean Harbors is hiring.
If you work the land, you just got to be a jack of all trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder, or a farmer, or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. And tomorrow, you can be somebody else.
No.
Stay 2 nights and get a $50 Best Western gift card. Book now at bestwestern.com.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. If you encounter a black bear, do not run. Instead, speak firmly in a loud voice. Bush. Head for the mountains.
How can you be sure you're getting the right deal?
I have to talk to my bestie. This one's like your last boyfriend. It's got issues.
For the right used car, just say, show me the Carfax value. You'll get the most accurate price based on the vehicle's accident history. Shop at the all-new Carfax.
How has the race been? It's been alright, Jaden. How you doing today?
Life's more fun at the deep end.
Yeah, so
Grant Enfinger has swept the stages.
Keep it real.
And do whatever floats your boat, just like we do.
Feed their fantasy.
Feel the power of Austin Lifelines.
Taken every day, it's clinically shown to improve joint comfort in 7 days, a significant improvement over time.
Ashley's Labor Day mattress sale is going on now. Get 0% interest for 60 months on in-store mattress purchases. Save up to $700 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable base sets, or up to $900 on.
I'm doing great. I had Subway for lunch.
Only at Ashley.
We're getting ready to see some crazy action.
Might get chewed up and spit out on this one.
That was a real nail biter. They're all over each other. What a great racetrack. What a great night this is.
For the first time since 2009, the Craftsman Truck Series racing at the Milwaukee Mile. It's race 2 in the playoffs. Chasing down the title in 2023 this afternoon. It's the Clean Harbors 175. Pit Road has been a busy place today. Could very well decide the outcome of this race.
It's been a challenge for the 98 of Tom Majeski. You saw what happened on the first end of the stage. Watch here. He takes off, goes forward. He's blocked in by Corey Heim. Has to stop in reverse and then take off again. And he's going to restart 10. I thought he had a pretty solid pit stop, and then he spent probably 4 or 5
Eat fresh,
seconds
damn
to
right.
get backed up so he can get around the 11 of Corey Heim.
Doubled up. He's on the outside. The 10th position. This is when you got to pounce, though, Phil. These guys get side by side, 3 and 4 wide, maybe. Try to grab some spots early. We've seen how difficult it is for even Grant, the fastest truck, to make a pass.
Enfinger led 79 laps today, 34 for Heim. Christian Eckes with a field in tow for the first time this afternoon. He has control of the race. He takes the outside lane. Hocevar to his inside. Here we go. Final stage at Milwaukee.
Hocevar just been getting stronger and stronger all day up on the front row. He's going to be determined to get that lead off turn 2.
He's going to get it, too. He's going to clear Christian Eckes.
What a restart. Fourth leader of the afternoon, Carson Hocevar. And a big mess behind him.
Look at Derek Kraus driving hard on the outside, right behind Majeski, who moves around, or trying to move around, his teammate Ben Rhodes.
Give a shout out to Dean Thompson there in that 5 truck. He's joining this battle for a top 10 spot. It's the best Ben's been all day.
Majeski going really wide.
What an aim.
Around the 15 of Tanner Gray.
People like me.
Look at that scoring pylon. All the playoff drivers that find themselves in contention. If any of those drivers in the top 5 win today, automatically locked in to the round of 8.
How about Matt Crafton trying to drive around Ty Majeski?
It's been a great day for that 88 truck. He's proven that this truck could
continue. Oh, Majeski way wide.
Almost out of the ballpark. Corey Heim around the high side of Crafton. A lot of action going on.
Majeski's truck just hasn't looked right since the restart.
If you're just joining us, Ty Majeski had problems in the inspection line. Had to start today's race in the rear. Had to make a pass-through penalty once we went under the green flag. Was able to get an early caution, stayed on the lead lap, drove it up to the 11th position, end of stage 1. Lost some track position on the pit lane, restarted stage 2, 22nd. Was able to drive it up to 7th, and once again they lost some spots on pit road. 11th right now is Majeski, who won in Indianapolis, and he's locked into the round of 8. Let's go to Amanda.
And another mover today is Derek Kraus. He started 21st on track, currently in that 9th position. The Wisconsin native is making his 75th career start in the Truck Series today. His crew told him earlier, after telling him that he was happy with the track, hammer down. Are there better words to hear, gentlemen?
That's right. And he's doing just that. Made a lot of great moves after starting outside the top 20 and just been hammered down all day long. It's all about winning for this 7 truck.
How much has that 88 truck of Matt Crafton improved? I think he finished about 18th at the end of the first stage. J-Rod has got that truck tuned up here a little bit.
And I like the line Matt's running. You got to go where they aim. You know, everybody's running up high. He's trying to squeeze it to the bottom. He's making it work, but he's going to lose a spot after cutting low there in turn 2.
That's an Owensboro, Kentucky phrase, right?
Yeah.
Go where they aim.
hit them where they ain't, right?
Yeah, I think so. Look at that.
Caution.
Caution is out. Hit one of the afternoon.
Spencer Boyd, the 12 truck around.
Spencer Boyd.
Damage, it doesn't appear.
Major damage for sure.
It looks like he spun around, but not much damage.
Deja vu, right? You have an early caution stage 1, you run to the finish
So
of the stage.
that's
Early caution,
unfortunate for him.
Stage 2, run to the finish. Here we are, final stage. Yellow flag early again for the 12.
I think Spencer was just by himself, it looked like. See the 22 of Josh Graham do a nice job avoiding Spencer.
We'll step aside. Just over 50 laps to go. Carson Hocevar in charge at Milwaukee.
Trilogy for COPD.
Birds flying high in the heartbeat. Breeze drifting on by, you know.
If you're tired of staring down your COPD,
It's a new dawn, it's a new day,
stop settling.
and I'm feeling good.
Start a new day with Trilogy. No once-daily COPD medicine has the power to treat COPD in as many ways as Trilogy. With 3 medicines in 1 inhaler, Trilogy makes breathing easier for a full 24 hours, improves lung function, and helps prevent future flare-ups. Trilogy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trilogy more than prescribed. Trilogy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or high pain occur. Take a stand and start a new day with Trilogy. Ask your doctor about once-daily Trilogy and save at Trilogy.com.
What will make you feel comfortable with the price? Well, no one made me feel more comfortable than my kindergarten teacher, Miss Jane. Try saying, show me the Carfax value. You'll get the most accurate price based on the vehicle's accident history. Shop at your new Carfax.com.
We're here today to set the record straight about duplicates and traction. Surgery is not your only treatment option. People may think that retraction has to be severe to be treated, but it doesn't. Visit findanhandspecialist.com today to get started.
It's Baseball Night in America, Saturday on Fox.
I'm the heat on the street, and I'm asking women one burning question. What's VMS? Oh, K-pop band? I have no idea. I don't know. What if I told you it actually has to do with menopause? Oh, menopause. Yay. Well, then maybe I would say very malicious sweat. Actually, VMS stands for vasomotor symptoms, which is the medical term for hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause. Oh, that's what's making me hot at night. More like day and night. If you're heated about being overheated, go to What's VMS.
Tonight, the NFL is back on Fox, so the final week of the preseason as the Texans take on the Saints. Don't miss any of the action tonight on Fox, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. That music, it just gets me going.
The Lions look pretty good against the Panthers.
It's the preseason, Phil.
No, okay.
Just hold your horses. Give us a month or two.
Did your Lions look good or did our Panthers look bad?
I prefer to think the Lions look good.
I'll let you two discuss that as we check in with Amanda.
Well, you're going to see a couple of Zane Smith Brewers over the wall. The tires are on the wall as well. They were discussing whether they were going to make a pit stop here. We were hearing that they have called it off, but Zane relayed to his team, this is the worst truck I have ever had. I think something is broken in this thing.
Well, guys, I just want to get you aware, you might have to throw a Hail Mary if you got a problem like that. We talked about extra set of tires. Maybe you grab them and hope there's no more cautions. Just do something.
Matt Benedetto is probably going to be in a must-win situation at Bristol.
I'm not a good points racer.
Or Kansas next week, yeah.
That might mean you have to
Actually,
change things
yeah, it's
up.
going to be
We'll have to
Kansas.
follow along and see. I'm not surprised they considered it there. We'll have to see what they do.
And most of these teams have 2 sets of tires laying out pit road.
Looking at the points, Ty Majeski is in with his win in Indianapolis. And when I say in, I mean he's advanced to the round of 8. Carson Hocevar in position to advance now as the race leader. Heim at plus 62, Eckes plus 57, Infinger with a great day plus 46. All of those drivers feeling really good about themselves. 6 points separating Ben Rhodes and his teammate, the 3-time champion Matt Crafton at the cut line. And the driver that really has gone in the wrong direction today, we've talked a lot about him, Matt DiBenedetto, minus 28. You talk about throwing a Hail Mary, he might have to do that in Kansas in 2 weeks' time in the race that will end this round and decide who moves on.
Yeah, it's too late for this race. 2 laps down, never had a chance to get the free pass. He's right now mired in the 27th spot, so
lives in
it's
a
going to be a bad
pineapple
day
under
for
the
Matt. But
sea.
again, he can certainly go to Kansas and win that race and lock himself into that next round.
A couple of penalties here. 51 of Matt Mills, 43 of Daniel Dye. They start at the rear. Free pass under this, our 5th caution, goes to Haley Deegan. Restart, 46 to go. Hocevar, Eckes up front.
All right, 46 laps to go.
See if he can repeat.
Damn right, Jaden. Sorbent in yellow and porous is he.
Took the lead down on the bottom when he restarted second. Last restart, takes the top this time and is able to hang on to the lead still.
Don't sleep on the rookie, Nick Sanchez. Been right there all day long and hanging in third right now.
Isn't it? 3 wide.
Well, Nick Sanchez is going to grab that second spot from Eckes.
Earlier, he really liked what he felt in his truck yesterday during practice.
About that 7 truck of Derek Kraus right now, running in the 5th spot.
Put him up to the top 5. Corey Heim diving low, looking for a spot.
It's Ben Rhodes trying to get underneath the 15 of Tanner Gray.
And the bottom feeder, Matt Crafton, he's going to be 3 wide.
Contact.
Woo!
Ben Rhodes getting
That was some contact right there.
That hit him coming off the corner.
Nice move avoiding that by Matt Crafton. I think he sensed there was something going on.
Is he going to grab 2 spots because of that?
Looks like he's going to. If he can clear the 15 of Tanner Gray, he does.
Swalich was there trying to take advantage as well in the 1.
Watch this mess. Ben Rhodes just not able to keep his truck off of the gray number 15.
It's actually red, white, and blue.
Is it bad? Is it bad that the next words out of my mouth were going to be, it's actually red, white, and blue?
I really got to watch what I say up here.
Majeski trying to get around Swalich. It's a battle for the 10th spot. Majeski just has not had the strength. Through the center of the corner, look at, he just slides up to the high side. We saw that ever since the restart at the end of the stage. You can see where all the Thor Sport trucks are running, left side of your screen.
I'm not trying to be mean, but I would have lost the bet if you had asked me to pick who was going to be the best from Thor Sport today, and it had been Matt Crafton. I just would not have anticipated that. We talked about where he was yesterday in practice, where he qualified earlier today, but give him credit. He just does not go away.
I'm just not sure what went wrong for this 90 Majeski. Whether they made an adjustment that took them the wrong way, or whether something's going on with that truck.
Currently outside the top 10, you see our fastest trucks are all in the top 5 right now. This might be one of the best of them all.
That 7 truck you're talking about, right, Michael?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, trouble.
Brings out our caution for the 6th time today.
Tough break. You see him moving around in the truck. Tough break for Swalich, but this may be the time. We're going to have about 40 laps to go for that Hail Mary to come in and put some tires on. Even though we don't have that many laps on the tires. Only, what, about 20 laps on these tires.
And 25 trucks on the lead lap.
A lot of trucks on the lead lap for sure.
Yeah, we put a lot down in that first stage on a lot of green flag laps, but since then there's been quite a few cautions putting more trucks back on the lead lap.
Just got a little bit loose inside of Ben Rhodes.
See what time Majeski saw here from his onboard camera.
Ben gave him plenty of room. He had the entire blacker part of the racetrack, plus some of the gray part. William just got a little bit loose.
Good day for Williams.
I've been keeping an eye on the IndyCar race. I have
But
not.
unfortunately, in the wall here in the truck event, bringing out the caution.
My active psoriatic arthritis can make me feel like I'm losing my rhythm. With Sky Rizzy to treat my skin and joints, I'm getting into my groove. Along with significantly clearer skin, Sky Rizzy helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses. Sky Rizzy attaches to and reduces a source of excess inflammation that can lead to skin and joint symptoms. With Sky Rizzy, 90% clearer skin and less joint pain are possible.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to.
Thanks to Sky Rizzy, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything. Now's the time to ask your doctor about Sky Rizzy. Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Hey, fellow truck lovers, it's me, Bob. Today I'm going to show you the easiest way to make your truck better. It's a no-brainer. WeatherTech. Laser measured floor liners that fit perfectly in the front and rear. Underseat storage system keeps your cargo open. Rolled up truck bed cover protects the cargo bed. Bump step to guard the rear bumper, no drill mud flaps, and of course cup foam for your phone. Boom, better truck. Hope you were paying attention. Now remember, get all your American-made protection at WeatherTech.com.
Your Wyndham is waiting. When bucket lists need check.
Is that your girl with the target on
Need redeeming.
her back, or is that a target bag?
Trips need
That's a
crushing.
target bag.
Or anniversaries need celebrating. No matter who you are, where
What's
you're
up,
going,
Kenneth?
or why. With 24 trusted brands by Wyndham to choose from, your Wyndham is waiting. Get the lowest price at WyndhamHotels.com.
Pizza lovers know Marco's is the real deal. Real fresh dough, real signature sauce, 3 real cheeses topped with real meats. Now, get another real deal. Unlimited medium one-topping pizzas for $6.99 each. Marco's. Pizza lovers, get it.
Long weekends are for you time. You installing, you painting, you organizing, you washing, and you saving. Do Labor Day your way.
What did you get from Target? It's actually not. I didn't go to Target. I went to Walmart.
This reminder,
But we didn't have. They don't have bags at Walmart anymore. So my stepmom had a Target bag in her car, so we put it in that.
Go to redcross.org.
But I got fudge rounds, Cheetos, cookies, and a Twix. And then I went to Subway. The Subway in the Walmart.
37 laps to go for the Craftsman Truck Series here in Milwaukee. It's race 2 in the playoffs of this opening round. And a bit of a strategy play here. We wondered, will they pit, will they won't? Split decision when you look at the drivers running up front.
I wouldn't call it a Hail Mary, but certainly differing agendas here. And that's because there's another set of tires laying there that some people might want later in this affair. But man, Phil, 26 trucks on the lead lap? That's a tall order if you pit really late. It's going to be really interesting because our leader, Carson Hocevar, stayed out along with Derek Krause, Tanner Gray in that red, white, blue truck.
We only had 12 green flag laps, so I think that's why Carson Hocevar says, well, you know, I think we can stay out and obviously feel good. But you see the 99 slowing down, that's because he was speeding on pit road. Tough break. This late in the going for Ben Rhodes, one of our playoff contenders.
Wallace Allen got the free pass. 45 is scored in the 25th position. And you see that the number of laps since these drivers were last on pit road. Now, we've talked about Hocevar, Krause, Tanner Gray. They pitted at the end of stage 2. But behind them, Ankrum, Pangarani, Carruth, Deegan, they made a pit stop on that last caution. So their tires are a little bit better yet. And then obviously those drivers that just came down. And Christian Eckes, the first of that bunch, being shown 8th on our leaderboard.
This is going to get good. We've seen a lot of 3-wide racing. We're probably going to see 4-wide now.
Will we have Summers and Goers?
I think it's going to be intense. I like the way the 42 restarts. I think that's going to be a big advantage to him if he's able to get out front while those guys with fresher tires all battle amongst each other. Could be what wins him the race with just 36 laps to go.
Clean air certainly doesn't hurt here, and he's going to have it more than likely. But that 7 truck of Derek Kraus, as far back as he started in this race, he made nice moves from the initial start. Now fought his way up into the top 5. Now going to restart at the inside of the front row.
In the second half of stage 1 and stage 2, had a green flag field. Will we get that here in the final stage?
I don't feel it.
A little more pushing and shoving, I think.
I would say
I'm not feeling it at all, Adam.
we always say it. Cautions breed cautions. Restart.
Green flag.
5 remaining. There goes Huntsville.
Oh, trouble!
We get the answer to our question. Yes, there will be another caution.
No.
That's Nick Sanchez. That's unfortunate. He's probably going to be in a must-win situation now.
Started right around the 10th position. The 2 is in the wall after having such a good stage 1, stage 2.
See the damage to the left front. He can get that truck refired. He's trying to refire it right now.
Going to go a lap down with all the other problems he's going to have. Won't start, I don't guess, Bill. Watch this mess.
He's on the outside of Benfinger. Corey Heim is going to run it. He actually had to slow. Sanchez slowed for Haley Deegan, and Corey Heim ran in the back of him and turned him around.
Wow.
You see Nick was almost on the rear bumper of the 13 truck of Haley Deegan. And Corey Heim, I don't think, was expecting him to be that slow at that point. Watch this mess off of turn 2. I don't know how we made it through all of this. See, Corey Heim is squeezed into the outside wall by the 2 truck of Nick Sanchez.
I don't think that was a little payback to you, Bill. I didn't think so when I first saw it.
I don't know. I think it was a combination of the 2 of Sanchez slowing because of the 13 of Haley Deegan.
Yeah, she had stayed out.
On a little bit older tires.
Long way to go in the playoffs. If that was payback, we could be putting a little rivalry together here.
I don't think there was any malicious intent right there at all. I really don't.
I don't think so either.
33 remaining at Milwaukee. Hocevar, Tanner Gray, Kraus, the top 3. Back in a moment on FS1.
For over 40 years, we've been cleaning up after natural disasters and keeping businesses and industries clean. We've recycled more oil than anyone in North America. There's no secret to our extraordinary success. We just hire extraordinary people. At Clean Harbors, we know protecting our planet isn't something you do overnight. It's something you have to work at every day.
Narrow is no good. That's why I wear new wide-fit, hands-free Skechers slip-ins. You just step in and go with no bending down. They even go on easy sitting because wider is better. Even I could have made that. Try new wide-fit Skechers slip-ins.
With Armor All stain-repelling technology, it's easy to everyday proof your car. No matter how tough the job is. Armor All technology. Less work, more clean.
Tonight, the NFL is back on Fox. Rookie QB C.J. Stroud leads the Texans into a preseason showdown. Incredible! Against Derek Carr and the Saints. It all kicks off tonight at 8 Eastern on Fox.
Can one man change everything? Turn a forgotten program into the talk of college football. Get a one-win team upset a Big 12 powerhouse. We bringing the heat, we're about to find out. Give me my damn theme music.
Toyota National Sales Event is on at Burdick Toyota. Come get 3.99 APR financing up to 48 months on most new 23 Toyota RAV4 and Highlander gas models at Burdick Toyota. Shop BurdickToyota.com.
This summer, happiness is in the Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and bring along everyone you love.
Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT Turbo Max pickups, or current Chevy owners get $9,000 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your Central New York Chevy dealers.
The Toyota National Sales Event is on at Burdick Toyota. It's where your Toyota tough truck is. Get 3.99 for up to 48 months financing on a new 23 Toyota Tacoma at Burdick Toyota. Shop burdicktoyota.com.
Remember, Spuds McKenzie works for Budweiser, was fired, then hired by Target to put the Target trademark over his eye. Maybe your dog had some marketing thing going on. Yeah, my dog, he was involved in all of that.
Is absolute perfection.
And a doubleheader.
That's right.
A lot of sweatshirts up in those grandstands today. There you see Sanchez on and off pit road.
He's been able to stay on the lead lap. Don't know how much damage that two-truck has. Certainly made contact with the left side to the outside safer barrier.
Looks like he's going to be able to continue without too much problem.
Yeah, I think the key is if that steering wheel's still straight, if he didn't hit that left front tire too hard, and the steering wheel's still straight, he might be able to pass some trucks.
Right now, he is shown 7 points above the playoff cut line. One of those drivers that's going to have to perform in 12 days when we head to the Heartland. It's the final race in the opening round, doing battle at Kansas, and after this night is complete, 2 of our championship contenders will be eliminated.
Love that racetrack in Kansas. I think that's one of the drivers' favorite racetracks now. The way it races, you can run from the bottom all the way to the top.
It's such a cool venue to head to Kansas. So much to do in that area.
They built a casino there for me. I mean, for people.
Friday, September 8th, all the coverage on FS1 begins 8 o'clock Eastern Time.
See those lights go out on the safety truck? We're going to choose it up, Adam.
Ooh, look out.
Oh.
Was that Nakis that almost hit the triangle there?
That was close. That red triangle is what these drivers have to avoid when they pick inside or out. So close.
Watch this white truck right here. The last second decides to go to the inside. Oh my God! By inches he missed that.
He scared it.
Yes, he did.
No harm, no foul there.
Eka's the best of those drivers that came down and pitted at lap 137 for this restart. William Sawalich was a lap down after crashing moments ago. Gets the free pass. He's back on the lead lap. Being scored in 26th.
What about Hangarani up in the top 5 here?
Great job.
Wow. See if he can hang on. He pitted on lap 113. Much fresher tires all over him.
You're 16 years old. You've never done this before. You got to run 2 races in one day. You might spend some time a lap down. Just go figure it out. And he has. Hocevar, Tanner Gray, front row. Restart comes 28 to go.
Nice push there by Derek Krause on the 42.
Hangarani a little slow on the restart. Enfinger's going to jump to the high side, make it 3 wide.
Kidding me?
We knew that was coming.
And here comes Corey Heim, sticking his nose in turn 3.
Matt Crafton really fast around the bottom of the track. Can he clear the 61?
Enfinger knows how that 3rd lane works. He's been up there all day. He's going to stay up there, try to get around Ankrum, that 16 truck.
Eka's up to 4th, mentioned he's on those fresher tires. Enfinger is as well, and he's beginning to rally as Hocevar pulls away with the race lead.
Enfinger loses a little bit of ground through the center of the corner, but he makes it up on momentum up off the corner from that high side. Trying to go around Tanner Gray now.
You see Tanner Gray working the wheels, just a little nudge there.
Tanner Gray said, what do you mean he's on the outside of me? I was on the outside.
There's Eckes, the 19, Enfinger, the 23, side by side to 3rd.
And that might be the race for the win, only because they're on those fresher tires. Whoever establishes themselves here might be the front runner at the end. Enfinger gets the spot.
But regardless of what happens, we have to give a call to that 7 truck of Derek Krause for the job he's done. Watch the wiggle by the 15 with the 23 of Enfinger right around the outside of him.
About Tyler Ankrum up there battling inside the top 10. He's having a good day. There's that 16 truck with Corey Heim down to the bottom.
He's going to be able to clear the 15 of Tanner Gray as well. And here comes Majeski in that 98.
I was going to say, guess who's back? Tom Majeski. What a day it's been for this 98 truck.
Both Majeski and Hyde, part of that group that came down pit road, got that fresh set of tires, lap 137. 25 laps to go.
With Carson Hocevar out front on those older tires, I don't think changing tires this late in the going is going to be able to work for some of these teams if they decide. We talk about the Hail Mary, if they decide to do that. If the caution comes out again, I don't see that working.
Yeah, I think our pitting is done for this race. Carson Hocevar is going to have to make do with about 20 lap older tires.
His best friend right now is Derek Kraus because he gives him a little bit of insulation, but that insurance policy is now gone because Enfinger gets around to 7, and now all he sees is clear racetrack between himself and reclaiming the top spot. How about that 42, Josh?
Yeah, guys, and Carson came over the radio a couple minutes ago during that caution. He said based off of practice yesterday, he felt like the tires wear really fast, but after that, they level out. So they feel really good about the tires, about the truck they had, and they valued the track possession. He said he didn't want to get caught up in quote-unquote the mess, which is why they didn't come down and hit him in.
Josh, I love Phil Parsons giving Derek Kraus a shout-out here today. He is a driver that uses these performances to get noticed. We haven't seen Derek since Daytona, but he is a sim driver for Colleague and for Legacy, so he is a name that is known amongst the decision makers that matter.
Matt Crafton's a name we know, 3-time champion. Charging inside the top 5, trying to get the 4th position away from Christian Eckes in that 19 truck. He does it.
It's amazing we see Enfinger making so much ground up on the very outside of the racetrack, and Matt Crafton is right around the curb. He's going to try it again now. A little bit of crossover by Eckes. Got that spot back for the moment.
Every position is a point. That's enormous for these playoff drivers that try to advance from the opening round to the round of 8. Carson Hocevar leading Grant Enfinger. It's down under half a second. The advantage for the 42 is we hit our Craftsman 20 to go at Milwaukee.
3-time winner this season, Carson Hocevar. 2-time winner, Grant Enfinger, in a great battle.
Either one of these drivers wins, they go to the round of 8.
They know they're going to see Tom Majeski. Here's this battle. Won't go away. Crafton around Kraus.
Eckes got that 3rd spot away from Kraus. Now Crafton grabs 4th.
This has got to make Matt Crafton so happy, being able to get up there, run in the top 5, battle for this win, running a different line completely than everybody else, which kind of reminds me of Matt Crafton. He likes to be an innovator.
We've seen him do that. We've seen here to the win at Eldora one time running a different line that everyone else was running.
I go back to that regular season finale when Hocevar came down, that cycle of green flag pit stops, got the tires, and he was trying to run down Ty Majeski. That night, he was on offense. Today, he's playing defense, trying to hold off Grant Enfinger, who came down at lap 137, and he is on those fresher tires, and you see the points in the pylon. What a difference it makes to be out front here today. Right now, Hocevar in a good position and just trying to hang on to advance.
Inside of 20 to go, as you said, Adam. Craftsman 20 to go. Things are going to get tight here for this win. I know that I don't see Hocevar giving up that high side. He knows how strong the 23 is up there.
I agree with you, Michael. I think about Hocevar, I'm going to make him beat me on the bottom of the racetrack.
He is so fast, is that 23 truck. I think a dive bomb and a slide job might be heading our way.
I think without a doubt that's a possibility. If he even needs to do that. Look at that run through the center of the corner.
Here comes Grant Enfinger. Inside of Carson Hocevar. 16 laps to go. Can he finish the deal? And turns 1 and 2. Yes, he can. And he goes wide. Hocevar is back.
Too much of a slide job. Got in there too hard. He's going to lose. Oh, and he still stays side by side.
You gotta like his commitment.
There's some great racing.
Oh, there's gonna be.
Oh!
There was contact.
Contact.
Enfinger saves it though. What a great save by Enfinger.
Hocevar did the same, but it nets out 23 back on top. 15 to go. Grant Infinger, your leader again at Milwaukee.
Watch this. Left rear contact from
2 laps in, you went from
Hocevar
7th to
up the road.
23rd. Someone give her a bumper or tires dropping
I
off.
think Hocevar really thought Grant would
I don't
run
know.
that third lane like he'd been doing, and Grant said, "No, I'm going to go through the middle in the second lane." That's why they made contact, but a great save by Infinger.
Both drivers have been outstanding today, combining to lead over 120 laps. And I thought once Infinger got by, he'd start to pull away, but Hocevar is hanging in tough.
Grant may have just backed it down a little bit to try to save a little bit of tire in case he needs it, in case we get a late caution flag for a restart.
Hocevar certainly giving him all he's got. Maybe he's found a little bit of a different line.
13 to go for Infinger.
See the left side of your screen. Top 5 all populated by playoff drivers.
Man, Grant's hanging on. There's Nick Sanchez. We saw him in that crash. He's rallied. He's been able to stay on the lead lap, pass a couple of trucks. He's in the 24th position. Just an update on one of our playoff racers.
Right now, as they run, 3 points above the cut line for Sanchez.
Thank goodness he got all those stage points today.
Chase Purdy battling with Ty Majeski. What a day it's been for Majeski. He's running in 7th. Purdy's trying to grab that spot. Look at that handful of wheel he's got there, driving that baby.
Chase has really done a nice job. Really a nice job all year long. Had a runner-up finish earlier this year for his career best.
First season, Kyle Busch Motorsports. Had a good year.
Oh, Kenny Motor down.
Keep it down. Nice job staying off that side of Majeski.
That's what Majeski's got to decide. Do I give this cat a little bit extra room? He looks pretty determined. Oh, whoa.
No. Now we're going to continue the battle.
These two race for 7th, 10 laps to go for our leader, Grant Infinger. Started on the pole today, led every lap, won stage 1. Lost the lead in a pit exchange, came from behind, won stage 2. Various strategies have played out here in this final stage, but Grant Infinger serving notice just how good he is. Got the lead back inside of 20 to go, and he's in charge with what will be 9 laps remaining.
How about this statement race for Matt Crafton?
Don't count me out. Remember Pocono, Phil?
I was going to try to get there before you did. Yes, I do remember that.
We said Poco maybe. We thought maybe he could just advance in the playoffs. He did just that, and like you said, what a great way to put it. A statement race. Don't count the old cat out yet.
Top 10's the last 2 races for Crafton. Right now running 5th, trying to grab that 4th spot from Corey Heim. Meanwhile, Infinger's opened up about a second lead over Hocevar.
Yeah, 10th better each of the last couple 3 laps. You can see Hocevar way up the track, just trying anything he can to find a groove that will work for him to close in on our leader.
I have to believe that the decision to run that Arca Menards race earlier today by Grant Infinger has paid huge dividends for him.
How about the big news this week? GMS announces 2023 will be their last in the Craftsman Truck Series. You wonder what that would do to upset the apple cart, maybe take away the momentum. Infinger told us today during qualifying, we're not backing down. They won the pole, and we are seeing in this race just how determined he and this race team are.
Not much of a letdown here for this bunch, is there?
When it comes around this time, it'll be 90 laps out front and only 6 to go to his 3rd win of 2023.
What a way to go out if he could grab that championship for Maury Gallagher and GMS Racing. in their final year in the Truck Series. Meant so much to the series here over the last 10 years or so. Two driver championships.
And we know Grant Enfinger will be back in the trucks next year. He'll get a quality ride.
We know Jeff Hensley, his crew chief, will be back in the Truck Series. One of the very best we've had here in the series.
You want to smile, just go talk to him about a race car, a race vehicle, a truck. It doesn't matter. That man right there knows every inch of not only that truck, but the strategy, the tracks. He's just been there and done that. What a wonderful crew chief is Jeff Hensley.
As a former driver as well, he and I both started running late model sportsman at the same time. He went on to decided to give up the steering wheel and grab the wrenches and be a crew chief for a number of years.
We talked about who was here the last time the trucks raced in Milwaukee 2009.
He was here.
He was here. Yes, he was. 4 to go for his driver, Grant Enfinger.
Right now, all he's thinking is, please don't spin somebody out.
Look at this. 3 wide. Are you kidding me? Purdy, Kraus, Majeski.
Battle for 6th right there, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Purdy has it for the moment. Looks like he's going to be able to clean Majeski. No.
How do they battle like that without wrecking one another? That was so close.
I wouldn't tell Grant Enfinger about this.
But unfortunately, Jeff Hensley is watching this.
Yes. There it is. Squeezed up nicely.
Great job, Chase Purdy, to grab that 6th spot.
3 remaining.
Great work by our camera folks catching this great battle. Grant Enfinger could have been a second and a half over Carson Osevar. He's on cruise control. He just wants to make it one more time back around and see that white flag.
Just going to say that. You want to get to the white because you know then the next caution ends the race. Next flag would end it, whether it be the caution or the checkers.
All right, coming to the white flag.
Sees that white flag.
Some lap traffic in front of him. That won't matter. White flag is out. 1 to go.
White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go in Milwaukee.
Right on the tailgate of Carson Osevar in that battle for 2nd, right behind this leader. They're separated a little bit now.
There's that battle, but watch the momentum. Eckes gets off the corner, closes right up toward the back of the 42 truck.
What a day for Grant Enfinger. Wins the pole, wins both stages, gonna lead 96 laps.
And Grant Enfinger is going to win at Milwaukee.
Enfinger delivers at Milwaukee. Osevar gets 2nd. 3rd for Eckes. Corey Hine led laps, finishes 4th. Quite the day for Matt Crafton. Top 5 for the 3-time champion.
What a performance by this champion team.
And their championship hopes stay alive. Winning today locks Grant Enfinger in to the round of 8. Both he and Majeski locked in will move on.
We're hearing that Corey Hine also has clinched a spot. And Christian Eckes, so we already have 4 of our round of 8 drivers already locked in.
Matt Crafton made a climb from out of the basement up into contention to put himself in position to transfer into our next round.
Osevar 2nd, now plus 56 in a really good position, plus 29 for Zane Smith, although he did not have a great day, very comfortable as we go to the race that will end this round. Kansas happens in 12 days.
What do you think we take care of this truck and don't do too crazy to burn out? Would this be our Phoenix truck?
I'd love to think we would run it at Phoenix.
10 wins for Grant Enfinger in his career. They've come at 10 different racetracks. Add Milwaukee to the list.
Why are you going to commercial to his interview? Why are they going to commercial? They should do the winner's interview. Like, fucking...
You don't have
to take COPD sitting down.
It's a new dawn, it's a new day.
It's time to make a stand.
And I'm feeling good.
Start a new day with Trelegy. No once-daily COPD medicine has the power to treat COPD in as many ways as Trelegy. With 3 medicines in 1 inhaler, Trelegy makes breathing easier for a full 24 hours, improves lung function, and helps prevent future flare-ups. Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsening breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or high pain occur. Take a stand and start a new day with Trelegy. Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy and save at Trelegy.com.
It's a privilege to be able to have land and manage it, work it. The land will teach you many lessons. Nature will teach you many lessons. But the biggest lesson is starting something and finishing it. It's not so much about getting ahead, because that will never happen, but not getting too far behind.
Pizza lovers know Marco's is the real deal. Real fresh dough, real signature sauce, 3 real cheeses topped with real meats. Now, get another real deal. Unlimited medium 1-topping pizzas for $6.99 each. Marco's. Pizza lovers, get it.
With Armor All stain repellent technology, it's easy to everyday proof your car. No matter how tough the job is. Armor All technology. Less work, more clean.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of Nascar Broadcasting. Nascar would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Grant Enfinger is a Milwaukee man. Dominating performance this afternoon. He wins the Clean Harbors 175 at the Milwaukee Mile. 3rd win of 2023 and the 10th of his career. And he's going to the round of 8. Down to Just Sims.
Grant Enfinger, a dominant performance here at the Milwaukee Mile. Leads 96 laps, sweeps the stages. Even when he lost the lead off of pit road, still able to come back and retake the lead. Grant, when we talked earlier today, you found out about the news GMS shutting down at the end of the year. You said the goal is to prove you guys aren't done. Proved it out there today.
Yeah, no, I don't want to hear anybody ask if we're going to lay down again. So, you know, Jim Hensley's been focused the whole year. There's been distractions going on all year long. So if anything, this adds clarity. None of these guys, including me, have a job next year. I feel like we proved we deserve one. So we had a heck of a champion power equipment at Chevy. I don't think we were that good yesterday. I think we were a 10th place truck, maybe 7th, 8th place truck. But Jeff, he believes in me and when I tell him what I need, and I believe in him and the calls he makes. So we had a winning truck today. I don't know if we had a dominant truck, but we had a winning truck. And yeah, got put behind the 8 ball there at the end. But that was, I don't know, it was fun racing. I hope the fans enjoyed it. You know, this one is special for a lot of reasons. Obviously, the news this week. But I want to say a big thank you to Maury Gallagher, Spencer, Ron Booth, Mike Beam, everybody that's built GMS Racing. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for everything you've done for me. Also special, my spotter, Jeremy Lundy. My normal spotter, Tyler, couldn't make it, but my late model buddy, best friends forever. He's spotted for me. He's always been there for me when I needed him. I called him on Monday, and he came here, so it's even more special.
And I know you talk about how special it is. I also know it's one of your crew members' birthdays, and he told me earlier today that he was going to celebrate. Shout out to Greg, of course. Can you put it towards what kind of statement this makes for you guys, though, as well?
I think we've had speed. You know, if we executed perfectly, no. Did we execute perfectly today? No. But we've had speed all year long. When we've hit it, when that guy's hit it, we've done this twice now this year here in Kansas. So we've got 3 wins, but we've had 3 trucks like this, in my opinion. So this is a brand new truck. I can't say thank you enough for GMS Fabrication, GMS Racing, not just this year, and not just lately, but the whole year last year. There was just as much effort put into this stuff, and I'm glad some of our fruits are showing.
Grant Enfinger, your winner at the Milwaukee Mile. Amanda?
Alrighty, fuckers. I'm going to end this shit right here. Fun time today. Fun times this weekend. Next week is Darlington. I won't be live for the Xfinity race, but the Cup race, I'll be live at 5:45 for that race. The Southern 500, gonna be a fucking blast. But yeah, alrighty fuckers, I want to thank you all for watching, and peace out.